a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Worlds is happening. Mr. Underscore Smudge. About hello, Mr. JJ Massa. Hello, Miltiades. 20 months up. We fired out 2 babies, and the other one's cooking up already. Hello, Mr. Valk. Mr. Streamer, consistent streamer is here for now. I need to go this afternoon, but here for now. I watched the Bolts game yesterday, so I'm a bit ahead. Hello, Mr. Underscore Carlin. Well, Carlin, Mr. Underscore M. H. I'm a bit hungover today. I'll keep it real with you, hence the camera being off. But I otherwise am here to game time. Fuck's sake, Mill. Right, let me text. No spoilers. Not reading that. Oh fuck. Perfect. That's just the size I want it to be. Where shall I have this warning? I'm going to have it under the names in the bottom right. How do I move this? It's so big. Oh. Here we go. Oh yes, the production value is here. What's the password? What, like there, do you reckon? Or I was thinking like here maybe. A bit small, that's a bit much. Does that work? Not reading chat. What's the difference? The password. It's not Betty. Evil Betty be like. Right. Okay. I am now about to close the chat. Oh, it feels mean doing that. Do you reckon? What do you reckon the chances of people not spoiling shit? Actually, do you know what? Oh, I can't decide. Fuck, I was gonna play and see as soon as someone ruins it for me. Sound is
Hunter with Fire Giant with the way they've been playing the last few fights. The Relic is
right. Volume levels, volume check.
Go into another fight.
How do we feel?
If you're the Warriors,
it's good,
I don't
bad.
think you're stepping up to the tier 2. Maybe a soft defense.
Can you hear dulcet tones? Look at the chalices on the dragons. Chalice gamers, that's why they're winning.
To tear down a tier 2.
Volume's fine.
Honestly, it's risky just hanging around here.
So this game has been kind of mental. Oni's looking quite good, and then suddenly looking really shit.
Luckily, he's on the other side of the map.
In true Oni tradition, Scream's build kind of gave me some sort of disease until he finally built Executioner. Golden Blade Berserkers.
That's when the dragons kind of coil up.
Scream's playing in Mexico.
They get ready to strike.
He's got that Netflix Mexico filter on him.
Massive advantage now in game number 1. Seemingly at the drop of a hat, Scream is going to
but they got hey go.
He's alone on this right side Phoenix. He'll get about half of it done before Cubo Fred shows up. He'll dash away, min-maxing every ounce of damage that you can do. Jay Dragon's hoping to do.
Dark, are you watching this world?
Their first FG. And the first FG, Gork,
are you
enough into the game,
able to free yourself from the tyranny of an horrible girlfriend? No, lol.
Scream has put enough pressure on the map. Now with Fine OK, you should be able to get the Phoenix. If not, you're going to get a successful fight. Have to play it carefully and cautiously, but while you're over here, you're pulling so many resources from the left
also,
side.
what happened to the crowd noises? They were really good in getting this first set. And then now their sound's gone from them. They've lost their sound again.
It allowed them a Fire Giant with it. They haven't had to worry about its respawn or the fire minions. They've just had this pressure.
Yeah, I saw that, Milt.
is hitting
Love that.
everything.
Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my giddy aunt.
You can't afford to take all this damage if you're
They got the
warrior.
bear. They got the bear.
And another one for the Jade Dragons.
Coffins.
And the fight not going
Coffins.
any better for the Oni Warriors on the
Mika
right
P.
side of the map.
Coffins.
Cubo Freds had to mount up and dash away.
Get Dardas on a mage.
Phoenix, it's gone.
I mean, look, easy pickups for him. Mid's going to respawn soon, but you've got the resources to be able to spend on that one. Fire minions coming down.
Why didn't he ult now?
He's gone for 40 seconds. This is a very difficult defense to make if you're the Warriors. A lot
He's
of
ulted
it
so
is going to
early.
rely on Cubo.
There's
Whoa, Fino.
fine, okay. Maybe he's not fine or okay.
They turn and burn the solo
Holy shit.
laner.
Holy shit. Scream down. Get him. Yes. Let's go.
Left in his lungs. Can't say the same for Scream, but the bird is gone.
I've still got the Phoenix, though.
Phoenixes down for the Jade
Not
Dragons,
convinced by
and
Aegis,
Vote
but
will escape.
And the
they're still
only
pretty
thing
cooked,
that
aren't
saves
they?
Vote is that Aegis. Same thing for Dardas. A lot of damage. Pagon on the
Jesus,
hunt.
that Titan.
Looking
That
for
Titan's
some
got
more
brittle
kills.
bone disease.
Has to play it patiently.
That Titan
Meanwhile,
is the
they have
coughing
that fight
baby.
going for 'em. They got minions pushing in on left. Titan takes a ton of damage. You had mentioned it mid. If they can clear this fire minion wave up, should respawn. And might be the only saving grace that the Warriors have had for the last few minutes.
You want to see a 5-man death ball here, Gore, for the half HP Titan? Or is that a little risky for your
Oh,
blood
do it
here?
again. Do it again.
I like risky calls. All right, so first
Fair
They're going to do here comes the China flank.
weirdest, wildest. Yeah, I am not.
They're gonna do the scream shit
definitely
again.
not the level head when it comes to shot calling. I don't mind that.
That meme
Look,
makes
you
me
got the
laugh
damage.
literally
Your
every
frenzy's
time.
gonna be up relatively
Hydrogen
soon.
bomb
Maybe a
versus
minute's
coughing
too long. I
baby.
can't imagine the Warriors are going to allow you anywhere
Definitely
near
not
this
okay.
space. They're going to put vision all
Don't
through.
don't ask those questions. I don't know who won these games.
On as much of this, specifically because how easily you could just waltz in if you're the full Dragons and
No one can
take care of
answer.
the Titan. You're still out of
Yeah, Mambo.
though, especially with a
Mambo
power
were a
play
bit,
fading away. It's a free fire giant. It's going to be
bit
enhanced. Maybe
poo-poos.
the Warriors are able to.
No,
step
so
up.
I haven't
So
seen
much
these games
defending,
today.
even with
These
less
happened
push
last
on the
night.
parts it is, that
So if someone's like,
it's
oh, I
so risky
think,
to be that far ahead.
you know, the Dragons are
You
going to
even
win,
lose a
then that
single
might
versus, you're
suggest
probably
just a
losing.
little bit that they win
You
this
have to be
set,
able to stay
you know?
alive. You want to feel comfortable.
But yeah,
surprised to see
Mambo
them all
Huh.
over
didn't look
Oh,
so
we've
great.
seen this
Tricks look
before,
really
Gore.
good. Johnny is
Before.
just
Let the minions
cracked.
walk by.
He's just
Okay, looks like a
insane.
couple backs
Deathwalker
getting
played well,
channeled
but I think
here. They're
Echrome
gonna-
looked really sloppy.
They're gonna wait out the waves.
And Zero's just
Gonna
AFK.
let the play unfold. It's only Polar Bear Mike. who
Bolts
may
looked really
make his way
organised, but
left,
Ven looked on it, which is what they
he's
need, because
covering
Ven
this.
can
He's
sometimes look
looking over on that
shite.
side of the jungle, but maybe just missed.
Yeah.
No, he sees him now.
Yeah, exactly.
Only Warriors walking
Which is
into
why
the
he did a
Jade Dragon
complete
side of the
180 and
jungle.
went straight onto
I don't know if
Fenrir.
any
He's like,
Warriors
fuck
know
it. If
that
you're not
the
going to
Dragons know,
initiate it,
but
I'm
they
doing
know
it for
now.
you.
The
Oh
fight
no, the loop and
begins.
scoop.
It's Vote who's on the wrong side of things. He dashes
Don't
away.
go up.
To the sky he goes.
That
It's a lot
landfall
of
got
the
no
time.
value
Nika
at all. Nika's making
running
so
down
much
Pagon.
space.
Gotta
Space
find the
creator,
kill
he's
here,
dead
but
for
Nika
it.
instead
Sick ult from
getting
Dardas.
dragged through.
But Dardas is
Survives
dead.
for the
He's
time being.
toasted.
Scream that
Vote's
drops the
dead.
bird. Scream
Coffins.
stays alive on the other
Coffins.
side.
It's
It's
collapsed.
dead. Dragons
It looked good for about,
pick up a double
not good,
for
but looked
Handicap.
okay for like a
Kubo,
few
Fred,
seconds.
and Nika last alive.
And look, they can just chase
Here
him
comes
down. There's
the
so
goat.
much you
Here
can
you
try to
go.
do, but no ult for Cubo. Nika with barely
Why is
any
Pekon
presence, they
spamming
got
the
fire
one?
minions saved.
That doesn't make
The
you go
Dragons are
faster.
looking good for game one.
Score that feels like a Hail Mary type play. The Jade Dragons, they were quiet.
Benji doing doing his best Fino K impression. Fino doing his best
from the rookie mid laner Pandacap.
his best Benji impression. That's one.
Dragons up 1-0.
Oh my god, Nika nearly
He just
nearly
got
cooked him there.
spotted.
Does it get? But does the one give you other cooldowns back as well?
PBM.
I think I've played Ulla about 3 times in
The
total.
setup they had.
Holy shit! Look how long the rest of this VOD is.
Pagon's damage output.
God damn.
You see Pandacap.
Can you smell a
damage
best of
output,
3?
29,000, 31,000.
I can.
Between the two of them.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely insane what they were able to do as the double hunter, and then you start factoring in all of these other equations. I mean, you're looking at the Warriors. You say Hail Mary, and we got
Look
to
at them,
talk about a little bit of
hosting.
Smite history. You go
Pagon's
back
keyboard is
way,
back from the
way,
dead.
way when Mouse Sports making a play like that, it works for them.
Yeah, but if you find,
is
so
not
he's trying to
an
get
easy play
the expanded
to pull
abilities to
off.
get his jump and his
And
like
so
movement speed
impressive.
back. But
Actually did a really
surely the one, throwing the one abilities doesn't like the axe and the
break
bladed
this
arrow
one
doesn't
down.
do anything.
And after that,
Shut up, Dave Dawson Olsen. I don't mean that. Never say such a thing.
Stuff, including
Oh damn! The season 10 announcements kind of slapping though.
so much damage. A quadra kill in your first game in front of a crowd. I can't believe how cool Cam and
I want to see
Craig
some
look
replays,
down
which is
there.
why we're
Just
here.
unbelievable stuff. And like Trelly said, though, it wasn't just
This is
Pagon.
delightful,
The entire
gentle
front
music in the
line
background.
particular putting in work. We saw Neil Ma's parents rooting for
Aggro's
him
shirt is
during
too
the
small.
Warriors intro.
Why is it so
TBS's
tight on his
parents
neck?
are here as well, and probably some of the people cheering along for him during
Yeah.
that game. Here's a tweet.
There's they are. There's the
PBM Papa
gang.
Bear, of course.
course, getting a picture there with Gore, Myth,
The goats,
and Dave.
the goats, the
Mike's
goats.
parents always so supportive and great to catch up with them. And hard to be upset with how they play.
Well, Mike's
in that
dad is
game.
just
I mean,
Mike, and
not just the Maui play there from Mike, but the bounce back I think was really big because don't forget it's year 10.
Dude, right, that is it.
Game.
That is it. You've ruined it for
I mean,
everyone.
What
That's
else
closed.
is there to say there for Pagon? I mean,
Dude, I'm actually
as flashy
tilted.
as the
Tilted.
quadra
I'm
kill, but
tilted.
what do you know? Another land where Max shows up and all of a sudden it looks like one of
I
the
don't know if
best
that was a joke.
Yeah, just absolutely consistent.
But my
damage
eyeballs
from
just
him.
started fucking
Also,
twitching.
Scream went a bit of a hybrid build and out-damaged both of his hunters. Looking for that flank, getting around the back, and I think.
Oh, I knew this was a mistake. What have I done?
Was cohesion. I feel like the Dragons. They
Maybe
played
that was
those
just
team
a
fights
joke.
together,
Maybe that
and
was
they
just a joke. Okay, let's.
Hey, if we just kept riding with that early momentum, then we don't have to change anything either. They're both sticking their guns so far.
Yeah, I think seems to be that way. I mean, the Maui first pick certainly could have been a potential option for the Warriors, but here is our first adjustment. This was Lancelot in game number 1. This time, it's Scream, not on the Nemesis, but Cubo Fred instead, Paul.
Yeah, I like the switch up. You get the Shred now for yourselves. You deny it from the Dragons, so maybe makes that double hunter comp on the other side a little bit weaker.
So sorry, I'm not paying attention. Who's banning?
Who's does very well with Nemesis.
People still banning Naja.
Damage, and,
Crazy.
I think taking Scream off this Nem is a good
Morian
call. He did a
Daji
great
save.
think
Ammo
I
looked really good.
Adjustment here from the Warriors quite a
Yeah,
bit.
fair.
And look, when
Still first
when
pick in the
hand is
can.
hot, you feed it. And they go back to the Uller here
This
for
is
Pagon.
this is kind of almost
No
salty run back.
surprise after how well he played in the last one, but losing that Nemesis
With just the
does,
Nemesis off the
I
salty
think,
run back.
significant-
Released or even
Error ban.
well, that could be something to take away from Fino.
Ban the B.
Yes,
Yes, good choice.
You're gonna have
in being certain
Holy shit, they're really thinking about this ban, huh?
What does Scream have in the locker? Has he got
Cthulhu?
Is he
A lot
gonna
of people
pull
really
out
aren't
the
playing
boss?
Cthulhu that much. But I guess
Is there an
Magic Solo
Alquan
laner.
maybe in the
Yeah.
works? A character who I think
Here
falls
comes
off the
Yorm.
side of the late game.
Yorm
We'll
coming
see,
back.
What the Dragons have in store.
I mean, we saw Aqua play Alquang solo, something like that. They saved Final K's pick for last in the last game, and wouldn't be surprised to let Final K get the counter pick again.
Yeah, it certainly could be the case. We haven't really mentioned the Hades, which is something that could be
Oh,
gone
yeah.
to. I think a fantastic soul laner if you need some magic damage. Has a good matchup in the NEM until late game when you're in Pillars of Agony, you think you're going to be a lot tanky, and then that just gets stripped away from you. That could be the call the Jade Dragons don't want to go to, and that is
Right,
gonna be the
I am no
bad
longer reading
situation.
chats. So can one of you
Colin
DM me
gets
on
locked
Discord
in,
if something
holding
urgently
on to
needs
that
my
jungle
attention?
pick till last.
Oh.
Still think that magical
Oh,
damage
microphone.
could be on the
It really
on the
is.
way,
This
and
really is the
both of
salty
those
run back.
water boys
Yeah.
could be a hit for Scream.
Still there.
Nem-
Only Warriors
Nem
now have to
swapping
make their
sides.
call on who they want this CERN to go to.
God, I hate
Dardes,
watching
the
games
man on
back
your
and not watching
screen,
it live,
piloted
man.
it well
I
in
actually
game
hate
one,
it.
but not well enough to find the win.
Very
Hera
good, very
banned
good,
away
very
this
good.
time around, and I was wondering if the Warriors would just say, again, who cares about the bad matchups? Let's just give Dardes the pick he's most known for in the mid lane. Ended up getting banned away.
Oh, yeah, kind of faffing around here. Let's got places to be.
Damage, but we've got Agni for
Lona
Dardes. One of
Agni.
his traditional picks. I remember him playing
Yeah.
this support
Yep.
back in about season 2. season
Bring back
3,
the Agni
so
support.
We'll see what he can do with it in the mid lane.
And
Damn,
all
that Jade
talk
Dragon's
about
kind of
water,
that kind of did
instead
come
we get
kind of
some lava
scary
here
though.
for Scream. It's Pele.
Kind of scary.
as
Oh, the
pick
huddle,
for him.
the
How do you
huddle.
like the Pele pick here, Trelly?
I mean, it's tremendous early aggression. It's got a decent matchup into NEM early. My only issue
Gotta
is that
respect
you
the
don't
huddle.
have that
Yeah,
magical
Fred's
damage
nodding. He
with
knows
full
it's in the
protection, and
bag.
you get a
It's
ton of
in the
value
bag.
here for the Oni Warriors. If you get off to a great start and just snowball with physical damage, because it's a bit stronger than magical damage early on.
Right.
If you can keep that snowball rolling, there's no problem. If this game goes late, where you've got this
Look at the
Agni,
team
this
talk.
Cernos, and this
Mike is
Nemesis,
spitting.
it could be trouble for the Jade Dragons.
Probably is
This
spitting a
Agni
bit.
pick, as you said, Hazer, one that we haven't seen a whole lot of players playing. We saw it a little bit at the qualifier
Come on,
land
Frederick.
from a couple mids here and there. I feel like Agni's one of those picks that, especially the less you play against it, the stronger it feels when it gets pulled out of nowhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the build path right now really suits Agni as well, which is why we
Yeah.
kind of see him rise back up into these top-level games. Soul Gem, a good item for him. Soul Reaver, an excellent item for him. Can proc that with his passive, his bombs, and all 3 of his abilities, so can absolutely pump out damage in the late game.
I'm expecting big things here from
Oh,
Dardes. The big
hey,
question on
Hazer.
everybody's mind, though, is
His
did the
real name
Warriors
is Hay.
do enough in order to win this game and extend this set? Trelly, you think
I'm
they
a
got
big
it?
fan of what they did. I think so.
I love the
Hazer,
setup.
how
I
about
love
for
the screens.
like we
I
might
think
be
it looks
going for a
super
go here.
clean.
We'll have to wait and see. Casters are ready to take it away. It's
Casters are ready, but the game's not going to be ready.
Warriors have made.
Skipping.
What I love is
Oh, here we go.
Win a
Here's
game
the.
at the drop
This
of
is
a
the
hat.
real
The
fight that
only
we're here
Warriors,
for.
I think they got to take control of this one. I don't know if we're coin flipping Fire Giants later in the game and winning here in game 2.
But what I love is
Oh.
because if you look at it, and you know we have to give them the
Electric
credit where
action.
credit's due. first off, you know, you get the Pele picked up later on. You're going to be able to rock
Oh,
a nice Magic
this is
Gathering skin,
exciting.
as we saw a little earlier.
I wonder if he's going to slap him
The
again.
thing that's really important to me is that you still have a lot of that same engagement.
Oh, he
Still
put down a
late
ward.
game-oriented kind of
Huge. This game is over.
maybe patient team. Whereas on the other side, what you're going to be dealing with, an Agni can get hands on a little earlier. Nemesis
Yes, look at Fred not going Golden Blade. He's a man of good taste. Gotta respect the Agni pick. Jesus Christ, Neil's getting fucking dunked by this purple.
Make sure that you're still going to be able to find a lot of these engages. And I have a lot
I love how
of
Neil
Warriors
just, whenever in
work
doubt,
early on.
oh no, it's happening again.
Whether that means Furies, First Bloods, when they happen, it's going to be a
I love how whenever in doubt, Neil just whips out the Fafnir. It's such a Neil god.
Dave, I think it's
What's
gonna
that?
be
I'm out of
Cuba.
position.
If
I can
I'm
just
looking at
ages for like
anybody,
15 seconds.
I feel like this Nemesis, and you know, we were actually talking about this when they locked
I've
in, 'cause you said
got to
I'm
put some
always
disrespect on
curious
Dada's name for playing
to whether
what
or
is
not
probably the worst
we want
Agni
to
skin
rely
of
on
all
two
of
of
them.
those Nemesis.
I know.
I
And
hate
said,
that
if
skin
I go
so
into a
much.
game not liking it,
Ignite.
then it usually pops off. When I go into it loving it,
It's funny how that
it
works.
goes half and half. So we'll figure out which one we're going to get today.
Damn, Scream kind of
I
catching them.
felt kinda
Hands are
neutral
being
about this
caught.
one.
I know.
It doesn't really help anything, does it?
Non-committal, Gore. I have no idea what to do with it. But, you know, I think that the Warriors fans can feel some comfort.
Yeah.
And the comfort that the Warriors
I wonder if,
themselves
I think,
found
you know, I
with
think
one
Kern's
another
looked to
just
right,
now.
but I wonder if
You know,
he's going to start to get less
a lot
valued
of that
over
is,
the...
guys, we don't
Oh,
wanna go out right
damn.
now. We still
Oh,
got something to
damn.
say about this World Championship. This would be a heck of a way to start it off.
Jesus
Panda Cat's
Christ.
got a backflip away.
Wait, did Neil just
It's a little
horrific?
damage
No,
for Neil as well. Oh no, is this
Mr. Mike
something?
did.
Getting
Oh, the
whipped
double
back
little
through,
wiggly
both
pull.
dashes forward. And although health trades exchanged on left, no big winner between the Dragons and the Warriors.
Pressure in this lane is very, very important between the two of them. Being able to find the pulls, the amount of setup.
I feel very naked not being able to see chat. Dash him, dash him. You got no balls, no balls. No, he's winning the auto trade as Agni. Let's go. Agni ADC. Get demonic grip on that, man. Doing surprisingly well in this 2v2. I thought Maui Ishtar wins every single 2v2. They're doing right.
Relies this early on Panda Cat finding the shots, finding pressure. Meanwhile, Neil, Fafnir, early levels, getting hit by that hammer. Just the amount of presence he can have in a lane, it can catch you off guard. And with
That's
the
as exciting as solo lane gets.
the clear should be decent enough.
Oh,
You feel confident fighting.
Mr. Vote, Mr. Vote.
He wants to start.
Nice
game two off
route.
fast.
Nice route.
They both play it about as perfectly as you can. Scream walks
Oh,
through the dual
huge
lane.
stun.
Gank potential.
How will Pegon recover?
But no gank execution. In Gora, you know, we just talked about it. I think
Dardis
the
has done the
Warriors kinda need to
important
take
bit here,
control of
which is
this
to
one.
make
That
it
is
the
gonna be so
first,
hard to
like,
do.
rotation
Scream
of
playing one
buffs
of his best picks
without getting soloed,
ever. This
which is
Pele,
easier said than done.
ridiculous for Scream as far as putting his foot down.
Ooh,
early
love
in
how
the game
spectator deals
and
the Maui
deciding
jump.
where the game
Every
goes.
time
And
it's
again, I
like
think
he's
as far
he's
as-
left
as-
he's left this
very
world.
Specifically, his play style goes the way Scream plays. The get in, get something done, whether it costs you
Gotta
your life
respect
or not.
Fino rocking the Benji
Pele
skin
kind
on
of
the world
embodies that
stage.
to a level that I think is really going to enable him. A lot of very good dive, decent burst that comes down to it. It's going to be difficult to chase down an Agni. You have to force his dash first. Same thing for the Kern.
Oops, my
And I think
finger
that's-
just
this is
slipped
from
and
the-
fast forwarded.
You or
a
your
little
other
bit.
carry.
Minimization.
Wait a little while if you're Scream, despite
Oh,
the fact that
terrible
you wanna
slip
get
of the
it done
finger
on
there.
I think what's important to look at as well, Gore, is
Ignite.
still forfeits
Fuel for the fire. Oh,
and
he's getting bombed. That's one thing that Agni's quite good into Uller about, is that if you catch him with a stun in his bow stance, you can double bomb straight away because he literally doesn't have time to stance change and jump before they both land. Whereas if he's in axe stance, he can't do that because he does have the reaction time. But just adding that half a second of stance switch actually does make quite a big difference. Give him the suck.
Imagine you're looking at a lot of the same stuff here. I'm actually intrigued, Gore, how later on in the game,
And this
the
poke is pretty
battle
brutal.
between Dardez and Pagon ends up looking. Rain fire around dances. You're talking fire giants 10, 15 minutes from now. Versus Pagon, who will
Neil
toss
should be
an
hitting
axe
5 on
and
this
one-tap
wave.
you.
There he goes.
Left open. That'll be a crazy dynamic.
Dardis
One
is doing
step out
very
of
well to
line,
get through this so
you got this much
unscathed.
poke damage.
This is about as rough as the times you can get for an Agni against an Uller.
Eventual fire giant fights.
And I think the biggest thing for the Warriors, the
He's not
biggest
even
dynamic
babysat
change
that much in
they
mid, I
have
don't
that
think,
is
so.
Something I'm a huge fan
Start.
of. It's just, in general, the engage, because it plays off of that poke, right? You already
So what do
have the
people want to be
engage jump
building?
in,
Is there much heal in this
massive
game?
stun on the
Not
ult,
a
but also
ton
the field
on
that
either
gets
side.
left behind by Bologna can really enable your team. Cuvo, I
And no
mentioned this
tainteds.
earlier, but I think he always feels a little more
As I
comfortable
say
than
that, Scream
Nemesis. We
finishes
saw
his
it,
brawlers.
throughout early portions of this year as
So
well
does
as
that
last
say
year,
that
one of his best gods.
He's trying to go straight. I mean, I guess they've got lifesteal on a bunch of different people, but does that mean that he's going to try and shut down Vote?
You've got some roots, some cripples from the RDO, and you're looking at then a hammer from Neil, and that is your CC.
I'm surprised to see that be effort. I think first Iron Crush was so good on
any of the flames and the noxious fumes.
Maybe
so
I just don't know shit.
Setup for your team. Nika's bringing a stun, Cuvo's bringing slows, but also a lot of shred. And I think it really gives the team something.
But let's watch what Scream does in the next 30 seconds after he gets his speed, because he's just back. He's on a power spike right now.
So I
much prefer how Fred's doing it. He's clearing out the buffs, and then he's going to go back and get his power spike. Because now, Scream's got his power spike, but he's spending it clearing buffs. I think Fred might try and go make something happen now. Although Nem gank at level 6 is like... The coughing baby has visited your lane.
And has played this pick very nicely. I don't think we've seen the
is he off to the offering? Is that where he's going? He's just on tour.
After the blue buff. Today, Genetics had maybe one of the best Maui games I've ever seen.
Yeah, that Genetics Maui game was...
It's one of those picks in my brain, especially when it's Mike who's playing it on the other side. Playing with Firebit. Cubo Fred.
Whoa.
Fine, okay, no, he won't. He'll take a deep breath.
Did he just miss that?
Actually waiting on that transformation to timeout. So Darda's going to get pushed back in mid as well. Blue buff's going to be up.
Oh, there we go. Darda's too wily. Too wily. Pekon just sat on mid lane. Fred, get in there, bro.
Might catch Cuvo.
He's got another dash, hasn't he? Oh no, but he didn't try and dodge it. Oh, horrible shield as well. I think he's out. So that's Blink and ult.
What's happened to Dardes? He's taking an axe.
Doink. Oh my god, that does so much more damage than you think. Just singing his praises for doing so well to survive this long.
A beautiful headstone. The island looks really good there.
Nice tombstone. I literally just said that there's not really much healing in this game, and then both junglers going by brawler straight away. Such a bronze, aren't they? I feel like that Maui ult always does way more damage than you think it should. I think it's going to get nerfed after Worlds. I think the island's going to be smaller. It feels kind of hard to miss him. Mike's getting his sides on cooldown. Now he's milking. He's loving life. 2-level lead on Mr. Ma.
And then you fall into a moment like that, and I think you have to slow play it for a few more minutes. Yes, it's going to give a little advantage over to the double hunter, but getting your team into a spot
they're fully milked.
Into a spot where he can feel really confident in some of these fights and the setup. With some follow through from Dardes is going to be massive.
Expecting Dardes is going to need some time to wind up anyway, but my goodness, Score. I mean, it's such a pick ban conundrum, isn't it? Right? I mean, if you're the only Warriors, you're not thinking Pagon's about to go back to back 3, triples, quads, pentas, whatever on you, right?
Pagon just he plays like the ranked mid laner who's got no wards and just sits at the tower and gets ganked every time. Except he doesn't get ganked.
But a certain level of lane control.
He's just fine.
From this Uller. It's kind of a flow state type god, as we've talked about plenty of times in the past.
And the problem is sometimes with picking Uller is that you don't have a great team fight off the back of it. In terms of... Oh, hello. Fred is in some trouble. I think his dashes are down as well.
He's chasing down Cubo.
Oh,
Nika! Get out of jail free card for Cubo.
Is he taunting? I think he's taunting.
Keeps his jungler alive.
Lovely
stuff.
stuff.
Really dangerous at the end there. You have to remember, like the AOE autos that come after that dash. Scream's holding on to
Who do we have on the late game? Yeah, the point I was making was that sometimes with the Nuller you feel like you're lacking in team fights. You don't have a big mage ultimate. But that team is not short on team fight.
And slowing Scream down. I mean, that's been
still probably give the team fight to Onis, but not by much.
If I remember correctly, got the pentakill this year on this god.
5 M's, 5 kills. Is that what you're saying?
That exact play. By the way, up on the Golden Bolts for one of the nominees for Esports Play of the Year.
I got to hear my voice again.
Unfortunately for you, everybody else loves it.
Unlucky.
And unlucky for Scream right now that he kind of had the dampers put on him. That's twice he's gotten aggressive on the Cubo. Twice it's felt like he should get a kill. And
fully stacked trans. The Book of Thoth still well off stack.
When it comes down to Fury play, when it comes down to side aggression, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing them come back to this side of the map, left-hand side.
Neil's still 2 levels down. Fred technically up.
Clean kill, maybe not onto Neil, but if you can take out Vote,
which is interesting.
The Fury becomes a much more viable option for you. You can start rolling an early lead.
That's where the burn will be for the Jade Dragons now. Cubo Fredgore,
a 1k lead at this stage, I feel like it looks worse than it is. Like it really is not a big deal at all. One decent fight. Like if you saw
back
you split that per person, it's 200 gold.
Right?
So.
Divine Judgment's dropping to slow your opponent from catching you down.
Bowler's having a bit of a power spike at the moment, so I'm not surprised that they're just going to rush this.
None of the only warriors on the right
Interesting that Fino's rushing this Emperors every time.
Of the game to the Jade Dragons. It's simple, it's clean,
Onis, hello?
and it's helpful for the Jade Dragons with golden experience.
Paging Onis.
Again, small shifts, but the way the game one went, the way the games so far, the event have been going.
You know what I want to see on this fucking item purchase thing? Only make it items and not like wards and stuff. Why does it keep saying item purchase? The Executioner. Oh no. Kept doing it twice in a row. Yeah, don't do it for wards or potions. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see someone buys 2 wards in a century and it takes like 15 minutes to do roll through. Item purchase. Ward. Item purchase. Ward.
Because it felt like once he got his second item,
I'm glad people are kind of stopping doing this Shadow Steel second.
I know.
Seems weird to me.
He's looking for kills. He just finishes a Hydra. I mean, this is the moment for Pagon.
This is the moment.
Where I think this game can start to show up a lot more out of the mid lane. And if I'm the Warriors, I'm a little worried about it.
That's what we talked about with needing to take control of the game, right? What you don't want is to let this game just slowly bleed away from you, especially not on the end of just one kill.
No, not at all.
It feels very weird not looking at chat. I feel
like
very, very naked.
Warriors just haven't found where they want to funnel their
I'm sure you're all showering in praise and saying, damn, you handsome man. You must read this message, but...
I'm not sure we've seen an answer on purple or blue or in the jungle or over in mid from the Oni Warriors just yet. Now there is potential confidence that eventually this composition will be able to go toe-to-toe.
Who takes this late? I actually don't know.
Oni Warriors.
My gut instinct is to say Onis, just because Agni late game actually is sleeper terrifying. And obviously Cern late game is a bit disgusting. Nem can be a bit of a hyper carry, but I think about Bologna's a bit.
Most of them are fine.
What's going on here, lads? Scream just gets...
Neil should be fine mentally.
Okay, we're good.
Just because of what we know. Farm-wise, Neil should be a little worried.
The double hunter is always an absolute disgusting late game. Yeah, definitely give it to Onis, but I don't think Jade would be scared of going late.
It feels like that kind of gap, especially for a Fafnir, very difficult to overcome. You're big.
It also feels very weird watching this, knowing that anything I could say could be like you guys know immediately if I'm chatting complete shit. I might be saying, yeah, I think they're fine to take it late, and this game is a huge turnaround late game just because they get comp different.
It feels like Mike has had a much better grip on this game.
But thankfully, I'm literally never wrong. So.
I think that's where some of the
Mr. NBK, and I didn't see that.
Granted, a lot of it is going to be down there on the stage and the communication factor with the team, but I think a lot of it should also have to rely on some of these plays and the shot calls.
I mean, it's crazy different as far as initiation goes.
Mike is just running around, waggling that little...
tested fate. I feel like earlier on I was talking about, all right, we haven't seen the craziness from Mike just yet. Now we haven't seen...
Evo didn't build Golden Blade and he's still leveling screen.
Yet, but the picks, the presence
Stop building that shit item.
It's given me some confidence in the way that this Jade Dragons team are going to be fighting a bit later on. Gold Fury, Goret stands.
If Aegon catches Darde's vote or Fred at any point now, he almost literally can win like 100%.
These are so sneaky. These fights are so sneaky. If
really good of them of only to get the ward vision there.
Even if you're the Jade Dragons, we're on a Gold Fury early in the game.
Just makes it so much less enticing to do gold.
You're looking at a totally shifted game.
Yeah.
And so for the Oni
There's just nothing on the map right now. We're just milling about.
And really, it's because it works the same way the other side. If the Dragons overcommit to something like the Fury, Pyromancer when it comes back up in a few minutes, suddenly you're in this spot where you're getting Agni Bombs dropped on you, you've got a Nemesis that's shredding one of you, Bologna dives deep, like, you suddenly get picked apart, and unless you have really good retaliation, which with the ultimates they have available, I think they have...
My first bit of analysis in this game was that there isn't much healing, so we probably won't see much anti-heal. There are 2 Brawlers and a Divine.
And so I think keeping yourself...
Oh no, Chinsli's Bologna. I've just seen Chinsli's Bologna.
You're on a fulcrum, right? You're
My eyes need a bath.
It just depends on where the lever's going to go.
I just feel like if you just look at an actual team fight that Bologna's in, watch how many autos she gets on some. Like 3 maximum in like a proper team fight.
Going to be able to provide, keeping my eyes on Neil's level, 2 levels down still. And how impactful that can be. The second relic option for the Dragons going to be.
Meanwhile, she gets hit by an Ula combo, just gets absolutely one shot. Oh, Nika gets those every time.
But it always comes with that little bit of associated risk. Except for the Dragons, playing it out longer just means that Pagon gets more farm, which means Pagon gets more items, which means Pandacat, also a hunter.
Okay, ML Scylla
also
watching
going to
over
hit harder,
them.
just now finishes the chin size. It feels like if they play it patiently, it still pays off for them a lot just based on what we saw in game 1.
Now, Gordon, there's a
Look
couple
at how much
things with the
poke
Uni
that
Warriors
does
that
on
have been
Dardes. I
critical
wonder if
of.
he's
It
going to
feels
build
like
any sort of health items.
maybe
I
Q1
don't
Fred has
think he should. He
pressured
might.
out by
Here we
Scream.
go.
He's in pit.
Instant
He's hearing
Aegis.
me,
Nice
'cause he's
pre-beats.
ganking Pagon in mid, who's
Pagon
gonna
was
be
never
playing.
really in trouble there. He had
We're
jumped the whole
okay
time.
for now. A rotation through from the
I felt really
Kokon
forced.
changes the state of this mid lane fight. And
And they go straight to
Dragons
gold.
actually moving their way a bit.
Boat's ult is
closer
down
to
as
the
well.
left
So is
side of the
Panda's. There
map.
must have been a little
My goodness, your mid
scrappage over
laner's
there.
been TKO'd coming back from base, but
What
should
relics are
join
down?
this fight in
Fred's got no
time
relics.
if there's a
Pagon's
fight
got
to
no
be had.
Aegis.
Pagon loses the
No
Aegis, he loses
TPs.
both relics from Cuvo. And it's a lot of really good poke. And like you said, a good TKO, but Pagon gets to come back, has good damage, actually doesn't have enough to finish off his
I feel
item.
like this has to be the lowest kills world, but absolutely mild. We had about 8
Seriously,
kills over
just
4
waste time,
games.
Strip away some farm, give that over to Dardes. And if you're looking at objectives, look, Agni is not
make
the
it.
huge burst that you get out of a Scylla, not the huge
Scream's
burst
got
that a
the,
Kraken brings, but it's still enough to steal an
Tech
objective.
oh, landfall.
Mike whiff on
Nice,
the
nice
landfall.
reaction from.
And I think that's the Jade Dragon saying, okay, our initiation, we're
Oh,
limited
come on,
now.
lads.
Let's back away from the Gold Fury, but Nika, Kin's
Oh, here comes the chins. 3 autos.
We've seen it from the Bologna. Opens up the
3 auto
opportunity,
Bologna at it again.
for the Oni Warrior solo laner.
Oh, my
And
finger has
in
slipped and I
First
fast
Blood
forwarded.
has played this laning phase early game. Do you need to
Oh,
stay
whoops, my
after
finger
that?
just keeps slipping over and over.
Have the punch.
Tier 1 items here.
Oh, no, that's what I'm glad to see. That's actually quite nice from Neil.
You negate some of it if you can actually pick up.
This would be a good
But this is
pull.
going to be a,
Maybe a Pyromancer
it's a
over
free
on the right-hand
trade.
side for the Warriors.
Well, the Warriors are
Come on, vote, you
gonna
got
get
this.
the Pyro unless
Huge
Final
dunk.
K steals it away, but a Gold Fury
Nice stun from
pulled by the
Pandas.
Jade Dragons as well. So Onis get the Pyromancer. Can they rotate to left? Do they want to? No, they don't. Gold Fury to the Jade Dragons. Finally, the stalemate is broken. Jade Dragons pick up Gold Fury, trade it out for the Pyro on the
I mean, these
You have
XP
to
and gold
remember a couple
differences are just
patches ago, they made it a lot
completely
more worthwhile picking
irrelevant
up
at the
these
moment.
Furies, especially with how it scales in the late game and what you're going to get out of a Pyromancer.
That was a
And you're-
conscious decision, though,
Yeah,
for
it's
the Warriors. They chose that.
a safe play. You're
Oh no.
objective on the board.
Oh, here we go.
Quiet.
There's a gank. There's a
We have to
gank.
heat up,
I'm sure
though.
he's going to die
Nika
100%.
should be okay. He is. Scream finally
What?
makes his
No
presence known
way.
in one of these lanes. After it was Mike who assisted in the early first blood. Dardes picks up Polly now. Those
Wait, did I
Poly
just hear
procs,
Dardes picks up Polly?
they
Oh,
catch
that's
you
a
off guard.
Polly
They make a
Agni.
difference. Adds a little bit more burst to this Agni build.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And we talk about this a lot, but the
I feel like you never really get
weird
autos
portion
off with
when you
Agni,
get to a
but
game,
maybe I'm
like,
just
you're 19 and a half,
garbage.
going to be 20
Mike's got an
plus
ank.
by the time a fight breaks out, by the time you're actually engaging onto Dardes or vice versa.
They're really there's so much
And
anti-heal.
you don't know what his damage output is.
Holy shit, look at
You've seen
Neil's
it a
XP
little
per
bit
minute.
on the mic, but you
I sure
really
don't.
haven't gotten to see
My man is doing
a
the
lot of,
get to
the
level
team
20
fight. And
challenge.
We've talked about this in the past. When you're
Impossible.
not skirmishing early on in the game, when you go 20 minutes without really having a massive team fight.
Boat's staying left here.
those
Boat's
damage
not
numbers
rotated. I'm not sure
grow,
why
and all of a
Panda's here.
sudden, the way the team fight
I'm gonna try and
rolls
force
out, it
something,
feels
but I don't think they're gonna
incredibly
go for
explosive.
fire
It
at 20
feels-
minutes with no.
it's so
kills
fast
down,
compared
so-
to the 20 minutes.
I think at this point, if you're owners, you just watch out there, just
And
try and
that's
bait a
little
relic
bit,
or an
I think, worrisome
ultimate.
for
So
both
just don't
sides, right?
do
Dragons,
anything
if you're in
stupid.
this kind
You
of
can be
position,
patient because you're a man down.
then
Wait
you
for
are
Boat to
in a
get there.
spot where
Which
if
is
you
what
get
they
too
did.
aggressive, Dardes, like you said, with some polyprocs, with a build, maybe not going to be the
I
burst.
feel like neither team wants to commit to doing anything. They're
It's
just.
going to be a lot more damage than you're
Jay
expecting.
chilling.
It stuns as well.
I think suits the
Rather than
Onis
their
pretty
way
well.
of
I think
going
Onis
forward.
they're at their worst at this point.
Oof, close.
Why does Mike keep trying to
Sometimes
freehand
little
these on
plays like
characters
that,
with
just
dashes?
dash. Even a
Surprise.
cool level head for the Warriors to make sure that they can transition into a team fight pretty properly.
Gore, I want to test your knowledge of me really quick.
Okay.
Where
Okay,
do you
I can
think
go for that.
where do you think I am on the scared meter?
I don't think Dawson should be that scared.
Like Fire Giant
Scared
Dance,
about like
like
just
the
the
game, yes.
for the Dragons.
Here we
the
go.
Warriors,
Here's the
either
final
way.
flank.
Just-
And
just-
there it goes.
the momentum that's built
Well,
up
I
here,
enjoyed it for
the
that.
potential energy
Second.
that's yet to turn kinetic.
Yeah, there's a
0
bit of
to
an Onis
100,
group
how-
and
how-
they're
how-
back.
We've arrived, right? Neoma still though. In argument,
Oh,
forces the
whoopsie.
beads from Pagan.
Here we go.
Now
Here we
this
go.
I love
Now they're
plays
cooking.
like this because when you get a hammer like that, it's just the
The
beat.
problem with a
That's all
chin
you
size
needed,
build like this
but
is that
Pagon's gonna
Fire
be
Giant fucking
so
shreds you.
hard pressed in a
Even
team
with
fight
like
to try
3
and get
fizz
this
items
aggressive
afterwards,
because
he's still
one of
not
the
got as much
biggest
health as
safety
usual.
mechanisms, one of the safest things you
Oh, he's
have
got
as a
bracer.
ruler
He's got bracer.
is those beats.
It
So
is
not having that
absolutely
going to feel a little
pissing
worse. You
down
have the,
outside.
you said the bracer.
This is
Well,
why you don't do
advanced,
worlds in
the fight
London.
goes wrong for the
It's just
Warriors. You have a
miserable in
little bit
January.
of retaliation, but I think pulling those beads, I mean, you now have a little over 2 minutes that you can play around with. Fire Giant maybe a little aggressive, But with the Fury coming back up and just under a minute, same thing for the Pyromancer. Probably play with some of the field. Yeah. Pyromancer feels a little more.
This game is just
burst
first screams Magi is the game. Oh, that's an ultimate.
Wow, Nika against 3, but Cubo
Let's go, let's go. Holy shit, they just shredded a massive ult from Panda.
Oh my God, Panda!
Can Panda answer back? Panda. Was in Atlanta. Nice from final. Jesus, that
honestly
Ishtar is
still feels like
swinging.
it's a little worthwhile though. Nika, great frontliner, great presence, but Pagon, the damage numbers, the expectation that I have.
Chin's actually a bit work there.
Game number 1, are you kidding me? Yes, get rid of him.
Get me out.
Force the
What do
Aegis,
I
you
know?
still have a minute and a half on the beat, so I love that kill for the Warriors. Nika's gonna be
Holy
back.
shit, it's
Teleports
actually
up,
raining
the
so
upgrades it
hard.
should be around.
Fucking getting assaulted.
Unfortunately for
My
the
house is getting
Warriors,
broken into.
despite the fact that I think kill goes in their favor, map state maybe doesn't match up the way that they would like it, right? You get that.
We still haven't had a team fight yet.
immediately onto a tier 1
23
tower,
minutes.
which, first off, wild.
So in my
Towers
predictions,
still
I had
on
this
tier
as
1
a.
is 23,
What did I have this
24
down
minutes
as?
of the
It was definitely a
game.
Jade win.
But that's going to be a little bit of gold.
That was the first
Feel you
tower
guys
of the game.
smirking at that.
My goodness, it was. It was the
How
first tower of the
horrendously
game.
wrong I am.
Pyromancer over
think
the
I had it as a
Warriors.
2-1.
That'll help on some resets if the Fire Giant begins to make its presence known
I mean,
a bit further.
this is absolutely. This is basically just
that have
even.
like
So
the,
many
the
cans.
spring-loaded. I'm really worried.
Oh,
And suddenly, to count what they have.
okay, we're in. Fire Giant
I
pull.
talked about the only Warriors needing to decide their fate a bit in this game. This would be one way of doing it. Fire Giant picked up. Response from the Jade Dragons fast enough.
Nice stun. Okay, I see that poke.
This is where Darnez can go big.
They are
Cubo
really
Fred
on it with this landfall.
narrowly
They are
avoids
really on it.
What was the pullback? It was the bubble on the Nemesis that makes the difference there. Polar Bear Mike pulls a bit of utility.
Every time
away
they
from
pull
the
that Fire Giant, it just feels like they lose a little bit somewhere.
Where you pull utility from the Warriors, or in the last fight you get a kill, but then they turn it into something on the map. Are these tier 1 towers the most
Not sure about these
lucrative
sentries.
thing
They should
25
definitely.
minutes in?
Where's Nika's come
Absolutely
standing? Let's
not.
that
They
ward
mean
there.
very little in
You want a
terms of the
sentry there
larger
rather
gold
than being
drop
near your
pool,
back.
but it opens up a map state that you just did not have access to. You talk about weakening.
What's everyone
the Titan,
building?
That counts, right? Every single
Stardust
tower
has got his
counts towards
scent
that health, but
pen.
also
2
you're now
Witch
1,000
Blades,
gold
which I
higher
think is
than
pretty bit
you were
redundant, isn't it?
before, and you have access to tier 2
This
towers.
Ulla build is
If
Scary
you can force
Mary.
a fight around a Fire Giant, if you get the Fire Giant, whether it's with a couple of kills or just naturally being able to sneak it,
Oh,
you're going to be able
shit.
to knock down some Phoenixes.
Anda's already got
with a
full.
nice advantage.
Now, Gore, I think it's important to
Overbond.
recontextualize this. This is the Smite World Championship life of the Oni Warriors
Yeah.
on the line here. This is a best of 3. The Jade Dragons take this next fight, turn that into a Phoenix, turn it into the game. Suddenly the Oni Warriors out of it. Oni Warriors could push us to a game 3, which would be ridiculous against this Dragons team.
Me.
So this is where mental toughness that we've talked about with this roster in the past.
You know what? I would
builds
be
up. You are
dreadful.
26 minutes into the game.
Bro, I
There
have
are
no
3
mental
kills.
toughness.
You're down. One of the best teams we've seen.
If the
Well, you
land is the
mentioned-
hydrogen bomb,
I mean,
my
the pressure
mental
that
is
can
the
mount on
coughing
your shoulders. You
baby.
have to remember, I mean, you
I
know,
would-
the
I would
emotion we talked
crumble
about Nika last week
immediately.
qualifying to get here. This team didn't
I'd hear the
make it
crowd
last
cheer as I
year.
get
They got
soloed for the
knocked out in
third
the
time that
qualifiers.
game.
They
I
weren't
start
able
weeping.
or permitted to play in the actual championship. So
It must
being
feel
here
so
knowing
bad
that
if you
you're down
fuck up
one,
and you hear the
got
crowd
that
go,
fire
"Ooh."
burning under you to get aggressive.
Crazy story.
But if you're looking at the other side of the Dragons,
I find it stressful enough when I fuck up on stream and there's like 6
Granted, with
people
the 1-0
watching.
lead, probably not feeling it too much. But you're looking at the grand scheme of the event, you're also looking at a team that countless times has made it usually into the finals. But
27 minutes and we've still not really had a team fight. But these are both teams just saying we're happy to go late. We've got the better late game.
Everybody at the event.
Which I'm surprised that the team with the Pele is thinking that. I feel like Pele's period is like.
time and time again.
I mean, she can still one-shot carries at this point. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like she's really, really
has
good.
a lot to lose, but pretty much also nothing left to
The
lose.
first
right?
20
They can
minutes.
Throw it all out there, knowing that they're down 1 game and that everything
think-
matters on.
I
like
think
you said,
Dardis
one
should be fine for using that Agni
massive
skin though.
fight 30 minutes in.
I think
so many good
you
Agni
can
skins
make
and
an
he picks
argument on
that
the flip
one.
side, though, for the Jade Dragons. Same idea. You got a game in hand
Scream
here.
can't
You
show
lose this
himself
fight,
on
it's not
these
turning
creeps
over.
down there because he's so
You'd
far
surely
away right
just
now.
like to close it out because this Oni
This is
Warriors
what the
team,
Ravens
Gore,
did
they
last time,
deserve to
last
be here.
game.
They
They
fought their way through the qualifier
They had a fight when Adapting was on red buff and then they initiated and got Boomba stomped.
Qualifier. Our
Pull it,
final
pull
second
it, pull
weekend
it. He's
last
not
weekend,
there. He's not there.
Qualify into the Smite World Championship.
He's milking.
The Jade Dragons selected them. This Oni Warriors team, they've been resilient. And now, they
Hey,
might want to take control.
Scream is en route.
of
He's
game
in
number
mid lane.
2. How's the Jade Dragons response?
Luckily, he's a
They're
very
here.
speedy boy.
But are they all here? Scream rotating out of mid. Fire Giant again gets dropped.
Ooh, almost said something exciting there.
Percentage slowly climbing, Gore. We're closing in on 85% scared here at the 28-minute mark.
Well, and this is
this going to be one of those games where there's literally one fight and one team wins? How many towers are down for each side? What's the potential to just run down and end? Both teams got all tier 2s. In fact, Jade have got all of their towers. There's only solo and mid lane missing in the entire game. Left lane thronies might be going down, but it's back away from them.
They're going to be able to burn it down faster. There's still steal capabilities and things like that if the Warriors
this game is not
ending. If you get caught sleeping, it's going to be the easiest fire giant for the Dragon, so you have to be aware of that. And you have to be a little more cautious. I love the plays from the Warriors.
It's interesting that they always have Nika tanking this. Neo is never tanking it. Fino's on the Scepter. Why is Fino on Scepter? Oh, he's teleporting. That's what he's doing, isn't he? Yeah, there he goes.
Looks like neither is the option from the only Warriors here. Teleport, though. Drops over on right. That's fine.
Although that's still a bit of a whiff.
Put some pressure on the left wave.
I think it's super powerful to be able to have your solo laner sneak out with 1 HP, teleport back in full health.
The fight one way or another.
The fight doesn't even go anywhere.
Gore,
and he doesn't get his Scepter.
In the esports stadium right now.
Let's
fight that means so much.
Crowd and a little shouty shout.
As well.
Any minute now, boys. Oh!
You're feeling confident if you're the Warriors.
We're enhanced. We have yet to have a fire giant this game in the first one. If we get one, we'll be enhanced tonight.
And the ult doesn't get anyone. Fino is in. Big ult from... That's not actually that great of an ult from Vote. But Fino's melting here. Red is in. Oh! Scream just melted! Land Neil is here. Land Neil is here. Big bomb. That's had 2 Aegis he just got on that. Oh no, just the one. Just a blink on Scream. Oh, wait, no, Scream's dead. Just an Aegis on Panda in terms of relics.
With the TP from Nika, if he backs, heals up, comes back in.
They can reset, right? I mean, 40 seconds.
But they're so cautiously
Is Nika going to TP back in?
Feels awkward to try and go for the
Yes, he did.
This might be the widest gap we'll see. A one-man advantage may be as good as it gets for either of these two teams.
They're not pulling fire?
You absolutely have to start this up. Look, we're at the positioning of the Dragons. Granted, we can see everything. You should feel way more confident here.
Do it, yay!
Especially with the damage from Vote. During that fight, the burn
right, Hail of Air, Arrow Steel, gotta be.
Massive win for the Warriors.
Can Pagon find the poke damage?
Yeah, they're not going to stick it. There's no way they're going to stick it.
Magical plays from the Jade Dragons mid laner.
Get in there, Neil.
Only Warriors, they pull out the EFG.
Still telling me that Neil purchased a ward.
He's around the backside. He might catch Panicat unawares here, who does not have beads, does have Aegis. Again, Fire Giant reset and Gore. Scream is respawned.
Red's gone for the Seer. I really like that in this Fire Giant dance. That's really nice pick up.
They're actually about to get a tier 2 knocked off the left side.
Oh yeah, shit, the Trebuchet. Good spot from Gore.
Still in the air, though.
And that's quite scary. That Nika's in. Pagon's got no relics. Oh, my Vote is cooked. Is Vote cooked? What is he cooking? What? Neil's dead. Dardas is so low, but he might be out. Nika's so low. No, he's not out. Fino's got the backpack on.
Have broken this game open.
And Nika's just too low. He can't do anything here. You're going to get chased down to the ends of the earth. Look at Fino. Okay, he has his eyes.
Yeah, not sure that's the time for Red, but I look, it was going so well for Onis. Sick pull from Mike. It's not doing it. What blackmail does this Fire Giant have on these teams?
Finals are going to be so close. I mean, 5-6 seconds between.
Oh my god, my bottle makes. Can you hear that? My bottle makes the most horrible noise when I drink out of it.
If Panicat can get there quick enough, double ADC composition late in the game.
Cat being tortured.
You still get it.
You may be able
Void
to just
shields.
quickly burn this.
You do have to contend.
Yeah, Void Shield's a nice pickup here.
Right, we're going back to game number 1. How risky are you feeling if you're Nika and Cubo? Right play? Probably don't.
Fino doing a bit. Scream doing quite a lot in that team fight as well.
Be the Hail Mary for your team. You're trying to steal
How desperate are you feeling? That's the question. How desperate are the only Warriors?
What's the next big item pickup? Agni Soul Ring is going to be pretty huge. Go on, Nika. What you got? 3 over the wall. What you got? What you got? Oh, that was close. I thought they didn't really secure that very well. Yeah, it was just a basic attack from They really have no secure on that team, do they? I think is Hail of Arrows their best secure? I think it might be.
It got killed off at this point, but it got that tier 2. So it's a lot of gold.
What they really need to do is play Poseidon. Now that is a god that can secure.
Gives them a lot more opportunities. Only 2
Why did the Nemean from Polar Bear Michael?
I mean, you're literally on your last legs at this point, trying to.
Interesting that Han's got Silver Branch. I don't know whether it's just the graphic fucking up, but it looks like he's not getting any value off the passive.
We see the first fire giant, and I'm talking about
okay, Agni's got Soul Reaver. I wish I could see the items behind these fucking item purchases. I'm not sure I like the last item Glads from Nika, but
the gold doesn't matter anymore. You just need to stay alive. It's about defending the base. I think the Warriors have a decent opportunity around that. Look, big AoE damage from an Agni, especially around the Phoenix line. Kind of
Mike has had that. Oh my god.
Into an area for you.
Mike has had that.
That's going to be where the Warriors have to find it.
That is the horrific upgrade, isn't it? Yeah, he's had that since like 2 minutes in, so I'm sure it's doing quite a lot of work that we can't see. So many Emperor's Armors these games. People do love Emperor's Armors at Worlds for some reason. Not the first time this happened.
I mean, look, top damage by 2K.
8K gold lead, still not the end of the world when you're this far into the builds.
And fine, okay. Whether it's ripping relics from the other team or just forcing them
but they've got all their relics pretty much, all of their ults, FG buff.
For their carries has been more than enough.
I think one thing I'd like to see next season is I want to see tier 2s maybe be worth a tiny bit less gold. I feel like you get Fire Giant and then you just do the sweep where you get every single tier 2 and you're suddenly up by 18 billion gold. Maybe you can argue that that's what's supposed to happen. You get Fire Giant and take all the towers, but I don't know. I feel like that's what breaks every game. Breaks it in half.
Only Warrior scored individually. This roster, we talked about how intertwined with some of the players of the Jade Dragons they are and Smite World Champions.
It's quite nice not seeing chat actually, because I can make my horrible opinions and I can't see if anyone's disagreeing with me.
The SSG boys.
I'm sure you're all saying, Dan, you're so smart, so wise.
And so much of what they've done in the past. Off moments like this, we have seen 10,000 gold deficits flipped around.
Also, given the amount of tech issues I usually have on my stream, I'm fully expecting to finally look at chat again and see. And you've been muted for the last 25 minutes. Oh my god! There was a Maui there, I swear. That guard, he broke him in half. That's actually huge. That's the push just over. How long have they got left on fire? They've still got like a minute and 20. A minute and 10. That's a time to lose that push. Okay, so this game is now going to completely stalemate for the next 3 minutes.
It's so late in this.
No, I'm not sure. Everyone's going to sit and wait for fire. Lots of buff collecting. Lots of item finishing. The potions are in. The relics are getting upgraded. In fact, actually, I say that. The Oni's relics really aren't upgraded. Which is actually quite big in these fights.
From Neil Ma. That's where some of the strengths are going to be. Also,
Fire Giant is coming back.
We're doing this again, aren't we?
It's the same rodeo.
Whoa.
Different dance.
Are we doing this again?
That is a commit. Group up for the buff, bro. Group up for him. Help my man out. Oh no, Fred didn't get it. Oh, he blinked the jump. Big from Finer, but Finer's melting. Finer's melting. Neil's dying as well. Oat's dying. Everyone's dying. Evo's out. Nika's dying as well. Oh, that might be it. That is curtains. That is curtains. What the fuck happened? Oh my god, if he gets a dash off then. That is it. Put a fork in it. And Finer's even going to back and TP. That is rough. They still had 2 Aegises left. Dada's had Aegis when he died. I mean, wouldn't have done anything. Boat died with beads. I wonder what happened there. I'm going to go back and watch that in a second, but...
They left it up to theatrics, dramatics, but they find a way to get it done anyway.
The Jade Dragoons are through. Oh, poor Warriors. They fought so hard to get here, man. I wonder what's going to happen to that team. Are they going to stay together?
Clean play, man. Sometimes that's all it comes down to. You can see the energy on the stage. You can hear it in the crowd. You can hear it in the crowd.
Huge mic face. Look at that crowd stacked. I mean, that team really like each other, but I do fear that something needs to change. Oh, look at Happy Little... I just got Elmed in the head, but... Panda Cat hitting Finecare with the RKO from the top rope there. Watch Finer's head. Boink. There you go. Yes, yeah, I don't know what happened either. What is that necklace, Panda Cat? We have to talk about that one again. Let's go back and see what happened there. Neil transformed so early here. So nice blink from Fino. Blinks past the Neil jump. Ults Boat, who gets fucking what's his name? Fineke gets Nem ulted straight away. Neil Mara's just getting shredded in the background. Oh, it doesn't beads that knock up. Oh no, it's on cooldown. The beads are on cooldown. They've got 10 seconds left. That's why he does it. And so he ults, but he only hits Mike with that ult. Neil's just dying in the meantime. I feel like Zardes is doing a lot of damage in this fight. Nika's jumping to the back line. Boat is just hooked. Scream survives that, and Zardes is dashing away. Nika is completely abandoned on the back line. You got Nika versus 3, but the other ones from the Dragons are just winning.
He's gone crazy. It's a double kill for the Jade
Wow,
Dragons.
that just
Yeah. Just done it.
Everything in that fight went wrong. What about let's see some play down. Who was pumping up? I feel like Zardes did quite a lot, but I feel like Panda might have been secretly doing shitloads. Panda's at 20k. Zardes at basically 16.
Bracer is down.
Who's doing the Damar
doing
here?
Plenty of damage to the enhanced fire giant. You got Blinks exchange. Vote's been knocked up by
Panda's already done 2k. About 2k from that. Yeah, I mean.
Double kill for the Jade Dragons. They may have just done it. It's Scream.
Yeah, that is it, boys.
In the back line. Dardes, though,
of course, Scream does, just as is tradition.
Against them all, and gore the Jade Dragons.
Okay.
Enough damage.
Yeah, there's. I think that's Mama Ma, isn't it?
Scream went big, particularly in that last team fight.
Yeah, it seemed like the only Warriors wanted to completely.
Let's go to the interview. I can see.
I mean, that game.
Hello,
get anything
Ellie
on
Ling.
the counter.
Actually, yeah, let's see some stats.
I think they kind of
I don't know what any of these stats mean.
mean.
Oh, it's in the middle. This is a horrible layout. It's so hard to see anything. Why did everyone buy so much anti-heal? There was only like 6,000 anti-heal in the entire game. God damn it. Maybe that's why there was so little healing. 9k damage Nim. It's, I mean, only 11k damage Pele.
They were like, we're not going to run at you. We're not ended up like.
I do want to listen to this analysis, but I've got shit to do.
I don't know how much more of Maui we're going to see this weekend.
Boink.
He has just looked so strong when
Yeah.
let through.
Of course,
First
Aggro is saying
genetics,
Maui looks strong.
now PBM.
I think he ults the wrong person there. I think he meant to
You're
ult
looking at your semifinal
Aegon,
set
but
tomorrow. Is Maui one of those gods that you feel like might not be one that you can?
I always talk about teams needing to adapt to the LAN meta and like paying attention to what's good. If people didn't think Maui was good before, people didn't think Maui was good beforehand, they need to start recognizing it now. Jesus Christ, Kern hits so
I think he
hard.
accidentally 3'd inside the Phoenix and ended up taking a couple extra hits there, maybe not getting out in time, but I think if you're on the second pick side going into the further rounds, you're probably going to be looking to ban this out.
Was that the last fight?
Just an impressive fight there from Scream. What a great replay to show how.
What did Scream do here?
Using it to get in and out of fights and doing great stuff. There were a couple of odd moments there from Mike. I think he accidentally 3'd inside the Phoenix and ended up taking a couple extra hits there, maybe not getting out in time.
Nice beads. That was that match.
If you're on the second pick side going into the further rounds, you're
at the very end.
Okay, so that's the last fight there.
Just an impressive fight there from Scream.
Yeah,
what a great replay to show how.
I feel like Kern is being overvalued, man. He's looking good, but I don't think he's like first pick potential. I really don't. Oh my goodness. Oh, the fade away on
Just
Kiva.
absolutely picture perfect there for the Jade Dragons as they punch their ticket and advance
413
to the
auto from
semifinals. This
Kuki.
team with so much expectation, so many fans here in the crowd. All of a sudden, starting to remember, like, oh yeah, I remember why a lot of people started to follow this team and why they got so much expectation in pre
happened, but
they
Let's
didn't.
go to the interview.
And it was a
I
great
can see
Everyone
the
give it up
goat
for
waiting.
The rookie Pagon right here
Pagan's so awkward. I love it.
to come in as a
What do I do with my
rookie
hands?
and to get a quadra kill.
No one
in your
knows what to
first
do with their
game.
hands.
How does that feel?
Honestly, it feels so amazing. Like the first game, I was super nervous, but like, what better way to kill that with the quad?
Yeah, that's the
It's a really
goat.
good feeling.
Without a doubt. And in game number 2, obviously it seemed like you guys were going for more of a safer route. Even in game 1, you guys would go for all 3 Phoenixes instead of going for the Titan. What was the decision behind that?
I'm not really too sure. It's just kind of how the game went. It was kind of hard to start.
I have no idea what we were doing.
The game was just slower from that, I guess. Comps, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, obviously it worked out for you guys. Tomorrow
Insightful.
you're going to be going up against the winners of the Leviathans versus the Titans. How are you feeling about tomorrow?
We're feeling confident, regardless of who we're playing. We're gonna win either way.
Ooh, all right, some confidence right there. And obviously, after that quadra kill, you might have gotten some new fans in here. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Just that.
Fuck you.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pagon, and good luck tomorrow. And everyone, we're going to be taking a quick break before we get into the final quarterfinals.
I'd like to say Joe. All right, boys. The egg. Look at the egg. Loosen your shirt tie. Right. Oh, look at it. Look at being able to skip through the 5-minute gaps.
Titans.
What a time to be alive. Jesus. That's so deep. That's so deep.
And welcome back to the analyst desk here.
Oh, I missed the Leviathans
back
intro.
onto the stage, their opponents, the Mantis Leviathans.
What is this music? All we need is an orange filter. Welcome to Mexico. What is happening? They fucking snake charming. What's going on?
Welcome back onto the stage, their opponents, the Tartarus Titans.
Why do the Titans get this like death metal and they get snake charming music? What was that?
The Leviathans were able to
Whoa, that head turn from Gore was so dramatic.
Of course, if we look at the bracket, you can see exactly where their path is going to go. Winner of this one.
I've got to say, the production is looking surprisingly clean, man.
At this point, I don't even think I can say that, oh, do you consider that a prize?
Look at the 3-2-0s. Dispatched.
That is going to give you an easy time.
Now, I might have had the result of this game spoiled for me, which is the reason why I'm no longer looking at chat, but it might have been an elaborate ruse. We'll see. Gore is dragging out this set. He's been told to stall. Also, can we take a moment and just say Trelly is actually a super sick caster. I am so shocked at how good he is. I am a stan. I stan.
Champion run.
Stan for the man.
Third ring on your finger. And come back again with a majority.
I wonder if we're going to see the Heimdall. I hope so.
You have to imagine
the unfortunate thing is that Heimdall is not Ishtar or Konono, so.
What has to be known as one of the best Smite players who's touched the game.
Yeah, I mean, when we were.
Let's get into some P's and maybe some B's. Look at Harwin, that's a fierce look. Oh, Zap Daddy.
Thank you so much, Goremizer. Joining me here, the one and only Zap Man, 3-time champ. And to some people, that might put a little pressure on them. Do you feel like that's the case for you?
No, I'm just grateful to be playing every single year, and I just take each year as it comes, and we'll see what happens.
He's just happy to not be playing ranked.
Look at the history. This isn't the first time that you guys have been going up against Tartarus Titans. You actually won against them 3-0 last year in the finals. How are you feeling about that?
I feel confident. I mean, we had the choice to pick them, and we picked them, I guess, what people thought was kind of early to pick them, but we've always matched up well against them, so.
And since I'm bringing up history, I'm going to bring up some ancient history right now because I remember watching and working on a show with you 10 years ago at PAX, back when you were on a team called Root Gaming.
Root Gaming.
What is it like to still be such a figurehead in a game for over a decade now?
It's just an honor and a blessing. You know, every year I get to play. I know I'm getting old now, you know. I don't know which year's going to be my last, and I just take each year, and I'm grateful for each year, and hopefully we can keep going.
I know the Smite community is grateful to have you too, Zapman. Thank you so much, and good luck into your game. Guys,
now the question is, who has arrived on that stage?
Back on to the desk.
Is it the 3-time?
Just the way he words it,
or is it ranked
They're
Steven?
coming in, they know they have a good matchup into this. He knows that his legacy has been kind of cemented. It's admittedly, it's wild for him to get there when his last forum was trying to find.
Sorry if you guys want to watch this analysis, but look, I'm just looking at the length of this VOD.
They have in this offseason. I think that
we got some games to watch.
Season has just been a machine.
Oxy was in the chat yesterday when I accidentally said that he was going to beat Levy's in the finals.
Players impact even in their loss.
He just typed one crying emoji and left.
I feel like that matchup, you know, you want to talk about.
Very. I might get a cup of tea before this starts. I might leave you with picks and bans. They banned Kurt. And why is it from banning Naja? I must be watching a different garden. Oh, actually, no, wait. Sorry. They're playing against Nasina. I take it all back. And ban that into the ground. Right, I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm going to be right back. 1 minute.
I mean, we haven't seen a lot of it on the screen at all.
I need a cup of tea.
But hurry, I mean, when it comes to Shinta, when it comes to Paul, like those are two of the best Morgan players that you're going to see. It feels like that ban, while it affects the Titans, is almost necessary for one of these teams to be able to find success.
Yeah, the Morgan is a land pick. it is a nightmare when it gets out of control. It's hard to track. With everything going on, you feel very overwhelmed. You lose track of where she can win you team fights. I think it's great to take it away. I'm surprised the Titans are the ones to take it away, but maybe they know something we don't. Yeah. Leviathan's actually going to offer a first pick set, which I think is smart, taking that away from Paul, because that has been a problem pick for him in the past.
Right, the kettle is brewing up a storm.
If
there's some horrendous problem with the stream that I'm not picking up on, so I'm not looking at chat, can someone message me on Discord?
It's really
Set first pick. Vulcan band. Interesting. I think Set's one of these picks that people kind of feel obliged to pick if it gets through, but I feel like if you don't have a set, you don't have a set. Like, I've seen people play it before when they actually kind of look goofy on it. Oh, the bow is here. The bow is here already. The boa constrictor. I think Amma's looked really good. I think Amma might be the sleeper pick for this entire tournament. I mean, I'm not sure you can call her a sleeper pick, but she just got first picked. I think she's going to be really highly valued over the tournament. And I hope I'm proved right and not immediately proved wrong in this game as she goes 0-9.
I'm not really feeling the Hebo anymore, so it could be in the jungle or.
Darji made it this far in.
Does have a nice matchup. You got that knockup immunity.
See, I'm not gonna lie. If I've got Shinto on my team, I'm not gonna put him on set.
Especially if you get active in the early.
If I've got Shinto on my team, I'm gonna let him play anything under the mage category. Okay, this is a brutal top 3 from Levies though.
Let it run away with the game.
Although I do feel like for a while that Darji has been over-prioritized. I don't think she is as strong as people think she is. I don't think she's permaban material. I really don't. It'd be interesting, like, I feel like Hebo into Darji is just super rough.
Good luck, because it feels like there's just too much follow-through.
Ishtar 6th pick.
Been very strange, I will say. I do want to say I think the Maui has been performing incredibly well. I don't think I've seen one bad Maui out from anyone all day. Yeah. Maybe.
PBM dropped a couple of stinkers.
Maybe I shouldn't put my life on line for that one. Someone's probably going to clip something and be like, you must have missed this one.
Ramaban, what am I banning if I'm... Let's think about this. So let's assume Hebo jungle, Ishtar ADC, Amma solo. So banning mids and supports. What are you banning? What do people play support? Atlas maybe? Ban the Emoja, keep away from Aurora.
He has good early game, good mid game, good late game. I think he's just a really consistent overall pick. Not surprised to see him picked up at all.
They don't think. They think that's cool on the Hebo mid. Intriguing.
Priority list compared to the other teams we've seen played so far. This is also going to be the first dodge.
Sino just doesn't play.
And it's going to be Panatome piloting it. So I know if I'm a carry
doesn't
on the
play
other side,
Hebo.
I'm a little concerned about
cool on the Hebo.
coming into the fray.
Chills, man.
It's a small detail in what you said.
Chills in the studio.
And Panatome playing it. So, you know, if you're Mifflin,
they ban Heim? I feel like Heim is super undervalued. Not undervalued, but just not played at the moment.
You're talking about who
Hades ban? Yes, that makes tracks. Sylvanas.
On a pick
I mean, Aurora does fucking love Sylvanas. He just plays Sylvanas over and over.
The show to the point where it
I need to go brew my tea.
Banned essentially from the league. Nobody was letting it through. There was a period of time if Cubo got it, your game was over. There was a period of time if anybody got it, your game was over. And so the Leviathans, maybe having some hidden strengths, maybe not even so hidden in that regard.
I think we've really gotten deep in what these players are looking to play. I think they both tried to mind game each other a lot for Dodgy to get that far in the draft, honestly.
Yeah.
Kabrakan being picked up, this is definitely an Aurora pick. I think we saw this from him in the qualifiers too, and it actually looks pretty good there. It's a pretty silent pick. It's an aggressive pick, yeah. I really like that for Aurora. I think it pairs well with Ishtar in lane as well.
Righto.
I think it's pretty solid into some of the picks the Leviathans have. It's really
oh my god, guys. I am now eligible to get my viewer points for Smite. This is huge. This is huge. Oh my god.
Sylvanas catches me a little off guard
considering. Time to be alive. Gabroken has arrived. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, not like this. Not like this.
Wow.
Little cheers out here for these.
Not like
well.
this.
Kelly, how are you feeling about the bottom two?
I can tell you that right after the qualifiers, I jumped into a ranked game myself.
Oh no.
This is great. We got Ishtar. We're going to walk up and we're going to get pressure for free. And I immediately got spammed by...
Do you guys remember that time that the Izanami had a good world?
And she still outclears.
Do you not remember what happened when Cyclone was playing Izanami against you this time last year?
Support next to you, which guess what Maui is? That means the Leviathans are looking to play.
He got fucking Mortal Kombat. What is happening? What the fuck are these picks and bans?
This is insane. I mean, We asked for the Tartarus
What am I
Titans to switch
looking
up some
at?
of their picks. They switched up a solid 60% of them.
You gotta love the Titans.
These
man.
guys are playing Smite in 2020, 2033 at this point. They're in season 11 already.
Leviathans, like things that we're not typically used to seeing, but
So is this going to be? I reckon it's going to be pretty much like a Book of Thoth full damage Jin Chan solo. Oh, the Izanami. My eyes need a bath. What am I looking at?
Before it was the chalk.
Oh, no, not like this.
And I will say Thanatos is an upgrade
on both of them.
From both of them.
Izanami looked good at Worlds Challenge. Impossible.
I'm on the Titans team. I'm happy enough with the Thanatos. It is definitely a big question mark. It fits pretty
I
well
mean,
with
maybe
the
it's just
Titans
too easy
team
for Zach
comp.
to
They
get
have
his
a lot of
4
burst
rings in a row. He
damage
needs to
and
give
can set
himself
up for some pretty good,
the challenge.
execute plays. They
Thanatos?
do like killing frontline this team.
Bracken? I mean, that team fucking slaps, that Titan team. Every single person on that team is basically one-shotting you.
And the first thing I think is that we're getting like the inverse of the last game of that last set. Instead of slow, low kill count, this feels like it's going to be just a blood.
Right, I need to get
This
finish
like
off my
an
tea. I
arena
shall
game, and
return.
I'm excited for
And
it. I
then we
hope
shall
we get
watch.
to see 20 kills in 20 minutes, maybe more. But this is the kind of gameplay I expect from the Tartarus Titans, and I'm so happy they delivered.
I'm excited to see what these two are going to be able to bring. And the good news is we don't have to wait that long to be able to get into it. Game number 1, Aggressive plays a rematch from last year's World Finals. And we're going to go to the casters to get it started.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gore Miser. It's J-Mac and Mifflin to bring you the World's rematch in a quarterfinals, Mifflin. This is not where we would expect these two teams to be squaring off in the tournament, but on our final set of day number 1, Leviathans and Titans going, and we've got some classic picks out here. Paul back on the Habwa, Sino taking the Thanatos as well. Titans are coming out swinging this game.
It's both teams. It's not just the Titans. The Leviathans have have got themselves an incredibly aggressive composition. I hope the desk is right. I want to see a lot of kills.
Yes,
when I talk about
key
best
has
of
been
threes
acquired.
as opposed to best of 5s, it's a
Feel
question
more
of
powerful
how fast
already.
can you play? Can you blitz the enemy team? Can you catch them off guard?
Oh,
Seems
look at
like
that
both
handsome
teams have come
Mifflin.
in with the same strategy, which is run it down. I am curious about some of these selections, though. The priority list, clearly very different between these two teams. The Thanatos, the biggest question mark on the desk.
Get J-Mac some swaggy glasses. My man will be
Kind of
dripped
discussion
out.
point that we had during our post-qualifiers discussion was really talking
Jesus,
about
that
SOT. Who's been
Titans
doing these kind of
team
weird
actually
off-meta
looks
style of
like
picks,
an
has been
assault
working
team.
out the best for this team. Seeing him on this Amaterasu, which has brought so
They're
much
just lucky that
success
Zatman
across
didn't
the
re-roll.
board, could be an interesting way for the Tartarus Titans
Oh,
find some success
that's
in
the
one of those
pick.
lanes.
That's the tech right there.
Salivating at the thought of SOT playing something that is.
He
in the
is
meta,
playing
and I'm with
the
him.
worst
We've
bracket
had a
skin. So
conversation for a period
that's
during this
that's
season
just
where
asserting dominance, I
SOT
think.
is just the most mechanical
Oh, he's
player
in.
the world. And then he started locking in things like Uhl consistently, and it wasn't looking nearly as
Oh,
good.
oh, who's going
Now
to tremor?
Amaterasu,
Oh,
expectations at a sky high.
electric
I
stuff.
expect
That's
pressure
all
to
I-
largely belong
What are these
to
invades,
SOT
man? They
in
look
this
so
lane. Haddix,
stupid.
of course, one of the most talented soul laners
Maybe
in
this
the
is why you
world,
pick
but
Izanami, because she can
Jing
just do her
Chen
buffs
generally
and
a
not
pick
even
that
like
takes some
even
time to
think about
spool
it.
up. We've seen Book
And
of
like
Thoth
Stuart's just
Jing
started
Chen
here,
very
so
recently. This
the thing is
isn't
that when you
that.
pick
This
for
is Breast
wave
Wave
1
first
pressure,
slot.
you know,
It's like
you still
slow
have to
roll
play
out
an
of short
Izanami for the
lane.
rest of the game.
I'm also
I think
curious
Zatman, of
about this
all
dual
people,
lane
should
selection
know
from
that picking
Zatman,
comps to
because
have
Izanami has not
lane,
been meta,
lane
like,
1
at
rank.
all this year,
Yeah,
to my
words are hard.
memory
First
at
wave
least.
pressure
So seeing
isn't so good.
Izanami
That's why you don't pick
in game
Anubis
number 1
Gabrakan
for Zatman is probably the
in
most
Season
curious
3
thing,
World
at least
Semis.
about this composition, this draft. Also the fact that, you know, Panatom got Dodgy of all players in the league to give this pick
Now,
to.
this
This might be the
Hebo
worst
has
one
to
give it
eat
over.
shit
Yeah, I think
for this game to go well for the
interesting, though,
Levies.
just has a good deal of pressure, the ability to match Ishtar and
If you
wave
let
clear.
the
You're
ball
not
bow,
so concerned about looking at the 1v1
that's not
in
even a
this
good
lane
nickname,
anymore.
but if you
Zatman
let
won't be
that
losing
pick
out
get
on
to
too much
anywhere
farm,
past like
even if
16
Stewart
minutes
gets the
and he's not
better
like
end of some
0
of
and
these
5,
trades, but
if he
it's
doesn't know
all the ability to
Owen,
threaten beads.
0
That
and 3,
ultimate, the
then
dark portal, just a massive
yeah,
silence.
that's bad news bears.
Forces beads there, all of a sudden maybe
Easy
Haddix
steal,
is
easy
dictator,
steal,
kill
easy
force
steal.
beads. It really is just a relic desolation composition here from the Leviathans. Anybody on the Tartarus Titans who's reliant on their relics,
Am I having a fever dream,
probably just
or
not
is
gonna happen.
Zatman actually playing
You have the
Izanami?
first scepter going to the Titans, able for Stewart and Aurora.
The other thing I was saying when we did our like little predictions thing yesterday was, if you come into Worlds with your own ideas of what's good, you have to very quickly adapt if you're proven to be wrong, because you're in a best of 3. So if this doesn't work, if this does work, then, you know, I'm going to eat shit and look like a right dum-dum. But
I mean, watching him at Worlds in Season 8 was an insane matchup to watch for himself. Was very impressive.
I just really hope the spoiler I saw
This
wasn't
year was
true.
one of
It's
the top
haunting me.
performing hunters all the way through Phase 2, and then Phase 3
hit a little
I
bit
don't know,
of a
man. I
brick
don't know
wall
about
with
this
those players.
set.
I'm curious to see how
Shinto
Stewart will
set.
come out here and perform in front of the
Bluestone
stage.
as well.
I wonder which version of Stewart it is.
I feel like they
as
usually
well,
play
because there was a period where he's one of
Axe.
the most aggressive players we've got. Has since then dialed it back a bit, a little bit more subdued.
Bottom.
Wrong
Oh, wrong you. You
Wrong
are.
you trying to get out. Does have the swing.
Huge turnaround from the
Trigger's
Izanami.
probably
They are
one of the more
slightly
dangerous
slowed.
abilities
How will
this
they
early
come
on in the
back?
game with such low movement speed from the players. Zapman's still standing up
Yeah,
against
this is
two.
this is
out
this
on
is
a lot that holds on to the beads.
Stu!
Attached by Stu. He is waiting
find him?
for the invisibility to fade. But Zapman
No
is
fear.
able to walk
Zapman
back
will
to the
never
tower.
beat.
I mean, shots in the dark in the truest sense of the word.
That
was
man
literally
would quite literally
invisible.
rather die
But
than
if either
beat.
one of those auto attacks connects, it's first blood. And what
Had
a
it's looking like he's
statement
going
that
for
would have
breastplate
been
first.
For Stewart out of
No
the
book
UDC
of thought.
role. The Tartarus Titans clearly
Just
playing
feel
a
like
bit of confidence
Ishtar
here. Let's talk
clears
about Aurora for a moment, though. The Cabrakan
Izanami
pick,
in
I
every
love to see
aspect,
it.
man.
Everything we've always said about Aurora is when he's playing
And
aggressive,
Ishtar was
when he's
sick
in your
pick.
face, when he can run you down, that's Aurora at his best. I don't want Gab Aurora. I don't want Yamoja Aurora. I'm not looking at facilitators. Don't revive me with Capri. Get in there and do it yourself. Cabrakan certainly
I think
a pick
Aurora
that
should
can
pick
really
Hercules support.
facilitate
Bring
that
it back to
style.
season 6.
And it's one pick that's kind of
Run it down.
really been so diverse within the league itself. Cabrakan multi-roles as far as we're concerned.
Banner
with what
has
we've
hit
seen,
5.
especially when
He hasn't
Fighters
backed yet,
Mask
though.
became a thing, started seeing him mid,
Oh,
solo.
Shinto. I think it's
But I've been loving what we've been seeing out of the support role from a lot of the players in the league.
Yeah.
Aurora especially.
Nothing
with what he's
cooking.
been able to do with this one.
He is not
But
cooking
talking
anything.
about kind of this mid 2v2 dynamic, the double assassin out of Leviathan, Shinto playing set, something that we haven't seen
Surely
very
he can't
much
really
in
zone
at all
sex. He can
this
just put
year.
his little
Couple
clone
that
down
with Pantom on
and
the
yeet it forwards.
versus Paul and Sino, this mage assassin combo.
I mean, it's volatile, isn't it? Both of these
Where's
guys,
the,
or all
where's
four of
our
them, rather,
totem
really
control
could just
graph?
Get the ball rolling, and it's
How
gonna
can I
keep
sleep if I
rolling.
don't know
Object
who's
in
got
motion
totem control?
Stays in motion or something like that.
This is
throughout
going to haunt me.
execution. Look, if Sino connects first sight in a team fight, said it earlier, looks good, looks amazing. If it doesn't connect, you're starting to see a little bit of concern there. You need that execute to finish off some of these kills, but I think the silver lining is, generally, you just cede pressure to the set. I don't think Hebo's in that position. Set jumps in, connect with your own damage, return, the global presence of Sino, always a threat
Oh,
as well.
Zaman's about to die,
If
by the way.
Shinto wants to get aggressive, he has to know where this Thanatos is. If the Thanatos is
Psych.
in the air, Shinto gets punished for getting aggressive.
We had a couple
Okay.
near misses in the duo lane
So I
earlier.
think
The
Sino's
Titans
going to
sending
do
both
those
Ronyu
backhands
Satman back
and his
to base with
speed. He's going to
critical
back
HP,
and then he's
so
going
I
to come
imagine
straight to
that's a lot of
duo.
pressure for
That's
the
exactly what I
Titans.
would do.
Wants to continue up. Aurora just now ticking to 5. And maybe we
And as
see
you
a
know,
fight
I am
break out
Sino's
around
inspiration.
the
I'm most
scepter.
junglers' inspiration.
With
They
SOT going back to
were
base,
messaging
something
me
that-
during the games like, what should I
Again, kinda
do?
coming back to what we were talking about with SOT, seeing him back on this meta style of pick. The Uller was fun when we had its moment, when it was the craziest thing, but it really felt like ever since that meta faded away, SOT's been on a bit of a decline. So I want to see what we can get out of SOT on this pick.
Already with Golden Blade early on.
SOT, I think SOT's got a lot of room to have a
Amaterasu
really good game
should be
here.
able to maneuver the map pretty easily. We've seen what Amaterasu can do with a lead, and up against this style of Jingshen pick, tells me that
If she can make
Leviathans aren't
room
looking to help
for a
Hats. They don't
Thana
care
and
about this
Hebo,
lane
this game
anymore.
is just
Everywhere
over.
else on the map.
And that's what I'm
I'll
kind of
keep my
concerned
eyes
about
on
is
it.
that I don't know if Izanami's going to be able to
Wonder
deal with that. I
when he
think she's going to be able to make
decides
that
rotate
room.
first. I mean, Greater Scorpion, sure, just fine, but we're getting pretty close to that time of the map where you can just go towards mid, get involved in that.
Sino
mid
really not
3v3
getting involved
dash
early.
defensive, one of the best initiation tools.
I think
in the
Daji is
game
fine
right
not
now.
getting involved at
Could
this
make
stage.
it very difficult for the Leviathans to start stepping up.
Wait,
Gotta
Sino
imagine
still hasn't
Sino
backed,
goes
that's
back to
why.
base
Wait, is he not?
sometime
I
soon.
swear I saw him
We're
back. Am I
6
tripping?
minutes in, and he is still sitting on his tier 1 item. Meanwhile, Panatom's had the moment to go back for a full Jotun's Wrath. So Sino definitely lacking not
Stop
only
stealing
in
my talking
CDR
points, J-Mac.
comparatively, but
I said it
just
first.
damage in general. Gotta imagine he goes back to base.
Go on, had it second
sometime
item Book of
soon,
Thoth or no
because
balls.
Panatom is already trying to make waves in multiple different lanes.
Yeah, if he hangs out on the map much longer, that blue buff. will
Sino's just
spawn
on
up.
tour.
And I don't know about you, but I favor the Jotun's Wrath versus just the Mace for Thanatos. If Panatom realizes that Sino hasn't
No
hit
back
just
challenge.
yet, could
He's
be
got
an
his bunny
opportunity for
doing it. He's
Leviathans to
picking
get
his lighting
aggressive
for him as we
on
speak.
map. Is a trapping we see with Thanatos in the past. He just has such great jungle sustain thanks to his passive. Makes it
Hope you
pretty
guys are
difficult to
all
actually
enjoying
head back.
chat.
It feels good to
I have
farm,
no idea how
but
many
you
viewers
need to
there
get
are.
strong
I'm literally
too.
talking to 0
You gotta
people.
spend up that gold that you earned
And if
for
anyone
yourself.
has said,
We'll see how long it
has
takes
asked
Sino
me
to
questions,
finally
I'm
go
sorry that
back
I'm not
through.
reading.
Couple of players without beads could be good targets. One of those being Aurora on the Tartarus Titans for maybe Panatom to grab with that Pow Lao. But so far, both teams playing
The
very
Pow Lao.
cautiously. And we've been
I feel like
seeing
it's
this
throughout all of our sets so far.
It's a real mark of a creator to know
about how game one is
they say
so
power
important for their momentum, not wanting to overstep. And that's what I've been seeing so many times today where we're going 8, 9, 10 minutes before we really see that first battle kick off.
Yeah, I don't think the first battle's coming anytime soon. Sino still hasn't made his way back to base.
Sino is actually doing the no back challenge.
Buying an item will just speed up your jungle clear. Really? I mean, look
The
at
back camp bandit.
back camps. I wonder.
Captain Twig is watching this nodding.
They just must not know. They must not realize that Sino's still on map.
Do they know?
The execute's still certainly a threat. You don't need power.
He's turned his auto buy off and doesn't know what to do. Oh, and he's cooked.
Panatom and Shinto immediately to the sky, and
this might finally force him to back. That's the best thing. That's the best thing that
still chasing through. May just be a little too far.
That's the worst thing they could have done because they forced him back. No, keep going, keep going. He's there.
Spot Sino backing and said, "Well,
no balls.
Walk through the jungle, but come up empty-handed."
Hey, at least now he's finally made his way back to base.
He's going to buy about 8,000 items. He's already got tier 2 Hydras.
Sino out of the jungle. Full Jotun's wrap pickup, as well as the Hydra Star. So a ton of CDR available, a little bit of penetration as well. Going to be a massive, massive bit of damage behind him. But instead, it's
that man giving him the slap, man. Look at that DPS from his army.
Nowhere nearby, and I'm not even sure that he knows
that's
this
free.
Is happening.
That is as free as a gold Fury you'll
on
ever
this
see.
slow early game have netted themselves the first objective, Gold Fury, at 8.5 minutes. This is one of the earliest Furies we've had in a while.
Send Sino back to base. You know, worst case, there's at least no.
Can't believe Gold Fury's gonna be a playable god.
Global presence loss as well. So the Leviathans hedging their bets. Just go ahead, pull the objective, heat check the Titans, and the Titans nowhere to be seen. This is a smart response. You know the Levi's on the left, and you pressure the right.
Well, dash out by Stu. Has the ultimate to get away from Pow.
Trying to bait the ult.
Tom does decide to use it, but instead
nice bit of self-control.
And now maybe a breakout on the right.
Oh, now Sino. Now he's got his items. Whoa, he's unstoppable. And by unstoppable, I mean dead. The big ult from SOT. That's a sick ult. SOT just saved that fight so hard. Oh, big side. Big side. Wait. Stuart just died in the background. Panatom. Rippers. Oh no, Bull. There he is. We're getting moist, boys.
Comes up 2 for 2.
That fight should have gone so much better than it did. SOT's ult saved that so hard. And the scythe from Sino just bought him half a second.
First and foremost, 3-man knock-up, 2-man.
Yeah, Haddix played that well.
He's connecting CC with more than you could ask of your Jing Shen. But even
huge gold difference. At 48 gold,
it's the
game changer.
From Sino connects the scythe, keeps him alive for just a little.
They both had their meds upgraded.
For Paul to rotate through and make them pay.
Both supports.
Didn't get a chance to see it, but Stu shutting down Panatom as well. That's big.
Yeah, looked like a trade-out kill over on that.
Hey, so what actually happened over there, Doug? 1 for 1 on the right, 1 for 1. Can we quickly go back? We're at 10 minutes. Let's try and pay attention to the left side of the map for a second.
Does decide to use it, but instead, we'll just poke a little bit of farm up against
So I'm watching mini-map, top left, top left.
Right
Panatom giving the okie doke. Is he going to go to purple and jump over the wall? He's sick ult. I'm getting distracted by the sick ult from Haddix and SOT. Okay, so Panatom looks like he's jumping in. Is he ulting? I didn't say pay attention. Yeah, he ults. Comes down and oh no, the tower shot gets him on the way out. Disaster. Oh, it's a disaster.
Because of how much pressure Panatom and Zap been putting on this left side, falling about a level behind Zap.
And the itemization difference as well might rear its head. If the 1v1s continue over on the left, Zapman should just have advantage. Connect one stray crit, doesn't matter how much additional penetration you get from Executioner.
Anyway, I'm having a great time not seeing chat. That sounds really mean, but just vibing.
Could be now that Stu tries to slow down his pace over there, set up some wards, make sure Panatom doesn't come back through.
I feel like the cameras they've got that you can see above them, like on the monitor, they look like really decent cameras. So why the pictures look like they're on their Sony Ericssons? They got their Motorola Razrs up top, and the camera phone.
Ticking over to that level 10 point. So I wonder where Sino will
Damn, that's 2 levels up on Stu right now.
We've seen passive Thanatos plays.
Ball's up on Shinto. SOT's up. I wonder how much of this is wave to wave. Okay, it's just a one level lead.
I don't imagine
really.
Sino and the Titans are a team to let their Thanatos sit by.
Can he just solo this?
He's just gonna pull it back out. The Leviathans.
That's
they
free.
Started the pyro. They reset it.
I swear that happens every single time.
And takes it for his team. The Tartarus Titans grab themselves a new.
Levy seem a bit.
That's crazy. I can't believe Haddix just walks out of there. Both of them.
Unsure of themselves.
Just give one over to the Titans here.
Just an uncharacteristic moment there for the Leviathans. Normally they're very privy to who's around. Did we leash it? Is somebody there to pick it back up? But just let SOT and the Tartarus Titans have this one. That gives the Titans about a 1K lead. Stewart finds a stun on Zapman. A lot of damage.
Zapman.
Up against the Izanami, but Zapman able to
when he
dash
discovers
away.
the F key on his keyboard, man.
Backup. But now Sino's starting to exert some pressure. The rest.
Oh no, they're trying to flank.
Titans are on the left side of the map. They spotted out wrong U, and they'll just keep them back so they can claim the Oracles.
I love that call from Stu. Realizes I don't need the 1v1s anymore. It's not just me versus
I think teams should do that more, where they just randomly group in the jungle. Just wait around the corner for someone. I feel like in ranked, that strategy is unbelievably OP. Just get some wards in their jungle and just lurk.
That was thin margins for the Leviathan.
Says someone hasn't played ranked since season 3.
Probably would have amounted to too much.
I am.
Best case scenario, grab
The
a tier
ranked
1
guru.
tower, but momentum swings heavily in games like this, and the Tartarus Titans would have loved to have grabbed that kill.
When do... Oh, actually, I better ask when games start, but I'm not reading chats. I assume games are starting in about just over 3-ish hours.
That's been just enough to build up Stu's confidence. Him taking 1v1s against Zapman.
But I have no way of
multiple
saying,
times so far this
understanding if you
game
agree with me.
Really is a good sign, and maybe a little bit of life in the Tartarus.
My
Towers,
spidey sense is telling me this Shinto's set pick is going to be
should be
stinky.
able to take it on what, 2-3 auto attacks given the opportunity.
Give this man a mage.
To make sure that gold
Oh.
remains out of the pockets of the Leviathans. It's a slow pace for now, but the Fury spawning very shortly.
Stu Rat. Will he be the help? Will he be the hindrance?
Both of these teams. Both squads have got pretty decent opportunities to look towards the objective. You probably favor the Titans in secure, burn. I would give it over to the Leviathans just thanks to that crit build from Zapman. But it's not as if either team's so confident that they could just do it in the face of the other. It's what I would have said had SOT not just done that around Pyro.
Yeah, I mean, SOT walked
Pool's
up
still
and
up on set,
half
which
the
is a bit
Leviathans
scary,
away.
Mary. Panatom down
Now
to
started
Sino
on
as
the
well.
Primal Fury. It's the Tartarus Titans to pull it out.
It's big.
Wrong U,
Seems to be
charging up
XP
the
generally
hook.
across the
Will he
board
go for
looking
the pull?
better
It's
than...
on to SOT.
It's a nice
Some
pull,
startup
actually. SOT
crits
taking quite a lot of damage
from
there.
Zapman to get the fight going, but SOT's dash has been
I feel like
blocked.
people have...
Palau out.
Oh, there's going to be a
Five
big
hands
power
up,
pull here,
and
surely.
it's
Oh,
only
didn't get
a
anyone.
roar
Alex is
for
dead.
Sino in the sky.
Oh,
Needs
the
to
dunk.
get
Yeah, there we
on
go.
top of it.
6 tremors and wall from Aurora. Aurora is just winning this fight. Aurora is just winning this fight. Look at those clones. I just feel like they don't have much team fight.
Heads back to base. It's a lot of your DPS
Where is the
lost.
Levy's
Tartarus
team fight?
Titans
If
keep
Haddix
up the
dies,
pressure. Leviathan's hovering nearby.
they're not
Keep
stealing
your eyes
this.
on
You
Shinto.
just-
He's got the flank.
Shinto wrapping around. Primal
He
Fury
says.
low. Primal Fury secured by the Titans. But
Okay,
Shinto,
okay, here we go,
Shinto
Shinto. He just blinked into a... He blinked into a knockup.
Shinto is gone, but Zapman
Sign...
has got an instant
Sino
double
dead.
kill
Paul
in
dead.
the
They've
fight.
got to
They're
kill Paul
both
here.
fighting for
Okay,
his
that's
life.
just saved him so hard.
Triple
Triple.
for
I always said
Zapman.
Izanami was a good pick. Always rated it.
On the run, and
When has
Wrong U
Izanami ever done
Zapman
badly at
slamming
Worlds? He's
through.
quad man.
Phantom
No.
falls, but Zapman, Wrong U keep pushing
Izanami's
on.
such a good Worlds
Your
pick. I
eyes
was
on
so
Zap.
excited when
Where's
they
he
picked it.
headed? Towards Stewart. It's a dash forward.
Stu
Oh,
Rat.
good.
Grab them back in, but beads are
He
gone
is the
from
help.
Stewart.
He is the
And
hindrance.
teleported from SOT
And Zapman
with
is dead.
Zapman at half HP, silenced out. Portal goes through, but Zapman went
Oh, the
nowhere.
portal
Stewart goes
disappeared.
back in and returns
Bro, I made a
the favor.
lovely teleport from SOT.
Titans keeping their heads above water and do one better.
Yeah, they're not
Finally,
keeping their heads
a
above water, mate. They're
substantial
winning.
lead in this game. Stewart,
Winning.
phenomenal rotations. Has to go back to base from the TKO.
Shinto as
Comes back
absolutely
to a
tragic.
free
He
kill.
blinked into what
Zapman
should have been
sticks around just a bit
the
too long.
perfect set
SOT
fight where you just
creates
pop off
the
and clean
space,
everything up.
but
And he blinked
really,
straight
it's
into Paul's
electric
knockup.
here.
I say,
Either
sorry,
team
let me
can
be
take
clear.
it.
When I say blinked
Keep
into
your
knockup,
eyes on the Pyromancer. That's
Paul
your next
just
POI. That's where we'll see the
fucking
fight occur
read it.
next. I'm not certain that either team again has got
Read
the
it like
opportunity
a
to just do it in
goddamn
the face
book.
of the other, but the Leviathans have shown a bit of confidence. The Tartarus Titans, on the other hand, have been very willing to allow the Leviathans to make the move first.
A lot of the audience so far, you may have been hearing, has been chanting for the Tartarus Titans to make
The
that
audience
upset,
chanting
to
for the
knock down
Titans.
the reigning world champions in
People love an
round
underdog.
number 1 would be such a story for this Tartarus Titans team. One that's had to, similar to the Solar
Tartar
Scarabs
sauce.
throughout these last couple of years, have had to rebuild themselves back through. Paul and Aurora, the only consistency from last year in towards now. SOT coming.
Wait a minute, I
onto
just
this
realized I could
roster
have my
beginning
stream
of the
manager
year,
open this whole
added a little
time.
bit of life over in
Just
that solo
close chat.
lane. And now the two newest additions, Sino and Stewart, on this roster.
How do I close?
What a story it would be for the Titans to be
How
able
do
to
I-
strike first in this game.
Would be
Close my
massive,
own
a
chat.
huge upset in game 1 here. The Leviathans, of course, given the opportunity to choose their opponents, did take the Titans.
Okay, so sorry if stuff has been happening. I've not been paying attention. I was traumatized by
once more. Titans slowly pushing their lead even further.
Traumatized by potentially having the result of this.
Maybe even could have pushed in towards the Fire Giant instead.
Spoiled.
It's going to be a reset back to neutral. Why leave it up to risk? You've already taken your small win.
And remember, when we go back to the draft show, when the Leviathans did pick the Titans, what was it that wrong you said? Zapman told me to pick the Titans. So he's confident that we can win them, so we picked them. But so far,
who did they choose between?
On, it has backfired.
It would have been between Titans and
gold lead for the Tartarus Titans and climbing, even despite some of the objective play maybe not being the best. Zapman even getting a triple.
Or is it out of anyone they can pick?
Just hasn't been enough for Leviathans to claw back in yet.
No, because they would have come through. Titans came to qualify, so it would have been them or Onis, right? So I'm surprised you picked Titans over Onis. Oh, am I? No, maybe not actually. Maybe take that back.
Going to benefit pretty greatly there. Otherwise, Paul finished up the Soul Gem. Imagine that healing could be the difference maker in some of these fights, as well as the ability to deal a little bit more damage.
Isn't it crazy that Siner's going to win Worlds and get another MVP?
We're still stacking up that Gauntlet of Thieves. It's going to be a little while until he finds the value of that item.
Even on the opposite end for Haddock, going for a little bit of anti-heal for him's team. And they need a little bit of extra with how much sustain does come from this squad. A Divine Ruin in second slot with a Heart Ward to deal with some of the damage from
I know people are just building as the meta build, whatever, but seeing crit into chins still kind of gives me deep-seated anxiety.
As far as player damage is concerned, Paul's going to become a problem very soon.
He's going to be a one-shot guy pretty soon.
I feel like Leviathans are having too many just meta picks and not really looking at their team as a whole, their comp as a whole. Oh my god. Hebo's 2 levels up. Do you remember when I said 18 minutes? He's got to be 0-9. He's 1-1.
One that he's been keeping in the back pocket for a good while now. And maybe an opportunity.
Like, if he even glances at yeah. Yeah, that. You can just point generally at that.
As a combo between Sino and Paul to knock him
the
down.
Hebo mid, man.
And the Titans are moving towards Fire Giant. Where are the rest of Leviathans? Haddox is the
They're going to the totem. They're getting the real objective.
But the Titans may have just been fishing to see if anyone would step forward.
Zapman slowly rotating across the map. Titans can't do fire until Stu gets there. He's working his way forward as well. But with 20 seconds left on Shito's respawn, I don't think this is a fake. The Tartarus Titans want it.
This is going to be close. No real good confirm outside of Paul for the Titans, which is a lot of damage.
Well, yeah, no real confirm outside of Hebo. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. Dark Portal's decent, but it's not good at all, really. Oh, I thought he got that. He timed that perfectly. Oh, who's getting popped? Haddox is in trouble. Oh, no, Sino, no. Oh, he's doing his Captain Twig cosplay. Who can Panatom pull? Oh, getting the beads. We got beads off a lot there. Oh, Sino, sure, no. Sino, what Leia's right now is molding. Leia's giving him the ghost face.
Another half second just connects the stun onto Haddox. The rest of the boys are there for the follow-up.
I think he ran out of time on the dunk, but he should just never be aiming there. Oh, Sino, no. Okay, well, that's a nice little freebie. I think I much prefer seeing Exy first in this build as well than Chins for this exact reason, because that DPS on the objective is horrendous. This feels really forced. I don't want to see them go for this. They're 4v3. I mean, Haddox, I know they're 5 are lurking nearby, but they're still a bit of a ways away. Paul has just got so much room in these fights, man. And I don't think Haddox can go to the backline. I think Haddox just melts. Paul does so much damage, and this Sino's got the 40... well, he will have the 40% HP execute. It's Thanos. Is it? Oh. I didn't see that one. Oh, I didn't see that one either. Was he invisible? Did Aurora nearly hit that on the blind, on the fadeaway, literal fadeaway? Oh, he nearly did as well. He hits him with the damage.
To catch out Zapman, that would have for sure at least gotten the Aegis away from the Hunter. Remember, Bede's still down for over 70 seconds on Zapman. No ult. He gets caught out there. That is a guaranteed kill on the Hunter.
A guaranteed pick into a guaranteed Phoenix. The Leviathans narrowly avoid that fate as well. But the Tartarus Titans have still got time to play with this Fire Giant.
I like this hook pool build as well.
and plenty of
Got a lot of
towers to
flat
line
pen,
your
a
coffers
lot of
with.
CDR,
Tier 1,
a
the
lot
first to
of
fall in mid,
scent
and
pen.
the Titans should not slow down.
That's scary,
Leviathans,
man.
do you dig into your heels here at the tier 2? Is it at the Phoenix? We'll see.
This stew build is online. Is that going early for the Executioner upgrade? That's interesting.
Tower now moving up for the tier 2. But the Titans may just slow bleed this one out. Wait for Leviathans to step up. And maybe wait
I
to
think
see
people
where
are buying
Paul is,
Heartseeker
because
too
he hasn't
early.
shown himself on the map
I
just
think
yet.
Heartseeker's so
The
expensive.
Titans will move away from mid, instead back up towards the Pyromancer.
You need to get
and
a few
head over
items
towards the
online
right
first.
lane to knock
I
down
don't
this
know.
weakened structure.
Yeah, they've spotted Shinto now on the left-hand side.
I think it slows down your build
Leviathan's
so
best case
hard.
playing with 4. Doesn't seem to be best case, though. The Tartarus Titans, they grab the Pyro. They grab the tier 1. They can keep up their siege at that. The Leviathans trying their best to collect gold on map.
Leviathans just look lost, don't they?
Before this fire giant starts to
The only pick
respawn.
that's doing well is
But if
the
Tartarus Titans
Tsunami.
collect too much more, would make it very difficult to take a fight in neutral territory.
Which is a sentence I never wanted
I'm
to
watching
say.
the Titans. They're taking a very slow approach to this siege.
But that's why you got to
Jet
keep an
hovering in the
open
jungle.
mind.
If anyone from the Leviathan
And if
steps
someone tells you
forward, I'm
Izanami's
looking
not
here
good, you
on
never listen
could
to them.
cost your life pretty
They don't know
quickly.
nothing.
Maybe another minute and a half left on this fire giant buff, and still plenty of towers to knock down for the Titans. Tier 1 and dual lane still stands. On the Leviathan side of the map, all tier 2s left standing.
You know what
as
I'm
well.
most
Seems
excited
this
for
fire
to
giant
catch up with these games
more
is that I can
cleared
hit
off the
Twitter in a
map,
big
but
way.
felt like that team fight right after where
I still think the
goes
biggest
in, ends up
misplay this
dying.
entire game
May have pumped the brakes
was
just a little bit
Leviathans going in
this
on
Titans
Sino
team
when he had
for
no items
Leviathans.
because it forced him to go
On
back
these
to base
siege
and actually buy
defenses,
something.
once you start getting maybe towards this
That's a
next
throw.
fire giant Mifflin,
If my man wants to do the
where
no
do
back
you guys
challenge,
see
you
that
let him.
opportunity for Leviathans to jump back
I feel like
in
now,
this?
now I think about
We
it,
haven't seen the
it must be a
full
good
brunt of this
time
CC
for
heavy
the
composition
Fanner in terms of
just yet. I wanna
items
see
because he
stacked
loves
CC.
Hydras.
Have
And send
Haddix
pen on
go in
Hydras?
first, burn off these
Raw
beads.
darn.
Panatom rotates through. Powwow, a massive disruption tool. Just hit whoever Haddix did just before, and all of a sudden you've got to pull in for the follow-up of Shinto. Wrong, you could pull him even further back with the landfall
I
as
can't
well.
stop reliving
There's a
the
lot of lockdown
Sino
potential
dunk
from
into the
Leviathans,
Jing Chan
but how
ult
the
in my
Tartarus
brain.
Titans have dealt with it has been
Living
intelligent, and that's
rent-free.
just aggression. It's just run it down.
It
Don't
is not
give them
paying
those
rent.
opportunities. Desync those abilities and take the fight on your own footing. It's been one-shots from Paul. It's been a roar starting the fight with these walls, and the Leviathans have not quite found their footing in the 5-on-5.
Leviathan's down about 5,000 gold to the Titans, which is nothing crazy, even at this level of the time.
So my
All has been big powers by
settings on
himself.
my
Starter
screen
item now
are bumped
upgraded.
up like
Charon's
contrast and
coin
stuff
as
like
well
that.
for some percent pen against
But looking on my stream preview, I can
not
see like a
so
screenshot
tanky
of what it
targets
looks like, and
of
it looks
Wrong
really
at the very
washed
least.
out.
Haddix stacking up a little bit of extra CCR.
Is that like that for you
himself.
guys as well, or is it just because
Roar stepping
the stream
forward.
preview is like low quality?
Leviathan standing in the
This is a
mid lane.
scary
Titans
death
are
pool they've got
really
here.
taking their time through the
Who's
jungle.
getting their
Just waiting on the fire giant to
starters
respawn.
finished?
Keep your
Damn,
eyes
they've
on
already got
vision.
3 starters
As
finished,
of now, Tartarus
and
Titans got a
Stuart's
good
about to finish
deal
his
around
as
the fire
well.
giant pit itself.
Levies aren't even
Leviathans have a
close to getting
very
theirs.
difficult
Oh,
time
I mean, they are
fighting their
close
way
because they're
forward, at least
19, but
catching the Tartarus Titans
Zap's the only
off
one who's
guard.
just hit
Fire
20.
giant starting to spawn its way back
So this is
up.
a really, this
Levi
is going to be,
slowly rotating
this is
in.
a disaster
Wrong
scenario
at
for
Haddix
Levies.
here once again.
It's the power
carries
spikes
are
on
a
those
little
upgraded
further
relics,
behind.
are,
Fire giant is
upgraded starters
melting.
are so
It's already down
strong.
to a quarter.
Holy shit, it's gone!
Deficit point. Tartarus Titans hit
Done.
the fire. Can they take the fight this time? Haddix
Oh no, this
has
is like a
read
horrible
only
fight
a
as
roar
well.
This time through. And Wrong, you swinging
And
out
he's just
Phantom.
dead.
What are you doing so far up? Sino dunks down.
This is
Then
it.
Wrong
This is
you
cooked.
is gone. That is 2 down from the Leviathans, and the Tartarus
Wow.
Titans surge forward.
Keep stepping
Oh.
up, Sino off the mark with the side, but the rest of
That's
the boys
slow
right
hits.
behind him. Water carpet putting in extra hours here, but they've done enough. In
Paul
the
has just
actual
had
engagement.
so
Fire
much
giant
room in
on
this game,
5,
man. I'd
tier
love to see
2
his damage
down,
taken. I reckon
and
it's about
Bird not
7.
far behind it.
The reigning world champs down in game number 1. The Titans making a bold statement up against their former combatants, Zapman and Haddix.
Oh
Here
my
to
goodness.
defend, but Zapman lost half his HP from one shot by Paul.
And they're going to have
Phoenix
so much
gone,
gold in hand.
and
Look at the
Shinto
top
nowhere
damages
to be
in armor.
found
I
on this
always
defense.
love that bit.
SOT here to make sure Shinto doesn't do too much more.
Somewhere
And
Sino,
it's still a
not
push
Sino, it was
from the
Zeno
Tartarus
is
Titans
watching
in
this like, I
mid.
told you, man.
Moving slowly, grab the greater
I think
scorpion.
SOT's just going to chase him
Grab
down.
that
He's
wave,
going to chase
start
that. He's got
moving in towards
Frostbound
this
as
tier 2
well.
as well. There's a lot of gold in
No,
pocket for each
he ain't got the
individual member
guts.
of the Titans. Power spike certainly still there. Upgrade your relics. Finish up your items. Time galore to play with on the FG buff as well. I'm curious now. We still haven't seen the Leviathans truly 5-on-5. Even in the last Fire Giant dance, it was, okay, Haddix goes goes in. Let's try and peel out now. Wrongu forced to use the ultimate defensively. Panatom caught a bit off guard. Palau's a bit early.
Emperor's armor. Everyone just loves an Emperor's armor
Why
this
would you want to
this
land into all
world.
5 of the Tartarus Titans? Has to do so anyway. and gets picked out on
I mean,
the
if you
tail
look
end.
at
And now it's the Titans
levies, they're
finally gonna ask some
super
difficult
stacked on fizz
Grouping up,
damage.
5 men on the left. Grab whatever
There's
you
actually
can in the
not
jungle
that much
first,
fizz
then
protection
push in
generally
towards
on
these
the
last couple remaining towers from the Leviathans.
Tetons.
It's been split pushes from
Tetons.
Shinto. It's been collecting farm on map or pushing elsewhere from Zapman. And it seems to be a commonality now. The Leviathans
They're still
do
not upgrading their
want to defend.
starters.
Instead,
I'm
they're
still
grouped
not
up on right.
20.
Zap and Panatom pushing a tier 2. They're just now backing to base.
Yeah, this
when
Phoenix is
all 5
gone.
of the Titans
Phoenix is
are
gone.
knocking at the door of
Just
the
kidding.
Phoenix, but the
I
Titans
don't
are
know
being
shit.
very cautious on this push. They take the tier 1, they grab the tier 2.
Should have stayed for tier 2.
They're not
No
gonna
balls.
push any further than that.
Could be a tier 2 in mid, fall back to Pyro again. A lot of gold in the pockets of the Tartarus Titans, and it's still relatively
Have they not got the
in terms of smite. Couple power spikes
Fire
still to be
Giant
had by
and
the
like
Tartarus
Gold
Titans.
Fury
Means
timers in the
if you
corner?
head back, could give you even better odds in the next
Quite helpful for
engagement.
seeing how long they've got
If
left on
anybody
Fire
from the
Giant.
Leviathans
His
gets
Fire
picked,
Giant
but
spawns
wants
1
the
minute
Titans
after
step up to this Phoenix.
it,
Tier 2,
the buff runs
no
out.
defense
We don't
from the
really currently
Levi's.
remember how
This
long they've got
could
left.
lead the Tartarus
My brain
Titans
tells me
down
it's probably
a
not that
much
long,
aggressive path, but instead of step forward,
but my brain is very smooth, so
Tartarus Titans looking
can't
at
be
the
trusting that.
mid-Phoenix, splitting their attention, sending Sino to the right side, has that semi-global to jump back
Dino
over
to the right.
at
Here
any
I
given
am.
opportunity. Even SOT going for the
Fucking
flank.
middle
but
Phoenix with
Leviathans
all going
are
for the
all split up
40%
under their
pen.
own
The
Phoenix.
Obshard
Shinto
last, I
was not with the team
thoroughly
just yet,
agree.
was clearing out a wave and left. And will now head back to the
Oh,
fountain
Zap's not
and
finishing
rejoin
his stuff. He's not going for the death toll
So
one.
now the
I
Leviathans
feel like no one's doing that these
finally
days.
have to defend his 5. It's really
Interesting.
difficult to push into all this CC.
Interesting.
Wrongview might start off the fight with a landfall. Could be an indicator of the go button for the Leviathans. Tartarus Titans, though, slowly pushing their
Interesting
way
how
in.
everyone's just building
SOT
Emperor's
is
Armor these
just
days.
begging for anybody to start a fight.
Oh, no.
Ronnie goes with the
No,
ultimate,
Ronnie.
it whiffs entirely. Now down a quarter HP on
mean,
both of the frontliners. Haddock's ultimate only gets a tree
You
up
are
with
more than
SOT.
happy to do that
Phoenix
with SOT.
down to a
They've just got
quarter
so much
HP.
room
The
now.
Tartarus
Like, what are they
Titans with
scared
this
of?
Emperor's Armor
Literally
on
nothing.
SOT can just walk right in, but nobody's hitting the bird. Instead, it's SOT hitting everybody else.
Ronnie,
Sino
swing in the air.
up in the sky. Who will he land on?
Doink, and there he goes. You've got to be ready to dunk him. Oh, wait, what happened to Stuart? Shinto just does. Shinto's done nothing.
As soon as he lands, it is to the Sharks. Who's gonna be
Oh, and he's gone. Is that game? Is that game? That's game. That's the ball game.
4 strong for the Tartarus Titans. Game number 1.
Put a fork in it. Aurora on tour.
From last year.
Mama Aurora is going mental in the crowd right now. Poor man, so much room.
Zapman fed to the Wolves. Aurora in trade, but it only
Titans, man.
prolongs the inevitable. Tartarus Titans, game 1 in clean fashion.
Pop off.
I said it earlier. I don't care if it's clean as long as you get a dub. The Titans.
I think that is Aurora's mum down there. Yeah, let's go. Damn, ice in the veins. Ice in the veins.
Grab your objectives.
Fucking hot chocolate in the veins over here.
And the Leviathans could never find their answer.
I think this answered all 3 of the questions that we had coming into this.
Yeah, there he is.
Is SOT gonna play a meta pick?
That was like an office style. Hey, let him in the circle, guys. Are they kicking him out?
All 3 of those boxes checked, and a dub in game
Yeah, sit
1
back
for the
down there.
Titans.
That's your
The
seat.
Titans
That's my
looking
seat.
very good.
Oh,
They
oh,
were
is it finished?
a
We
clear
playing?
underdog coming into this event. I mean, the Leviathans confident in their selection here. The Titans struggling in the qualifiers.
Let's go back. What happened in that fight?
Everybody
So, how did Rongi take so much
down to a
poke at the
quarter
beginning?
HP. The
This is
Tartarus
where he
Titans
whiffs
with
his ult.
this
Oh, he's already
Emperor's
whiffed his
Armor
ult here.
on SOT can just walk right in, but
It's just like
nobody's
oboe
hitting the
poke.
bird. Instead,
Just
it's
like occasion,
SOT
and
hitting
Stuart goes in,
everybody else.
stuns him. Okay, so now let's watch. Where's Mr. Tom? He's right in front of us, and Shinto.
Sino
Shinto goes in. Stuart's half health.
up in the
He ages his beads, and Shinto. Oh, did Shinto aegis that? He did. He aged the crushing wave. That's actually kind of sick from Shinto. He just gets so much turnaround damage that. Okay, so he kills Stuart. The Panny's already so poked out.
Shinto finds one in the back. Trade
Oh.
out, and it's Paulo
Oh,
Griffin.
just as he's going up, Ball hits him with a
Up in
1,
the sky.
and he goes
Who will
from
land
ulting on
his
half health to
rocket?
ulting at like
Yes,
1
again,
HP.
good.
Look, right now, Panatom top left is up on his Powwow, but it's like Fenrir and on-her jump, where you kind of have that weird moment where, on a Hui jump, where you think you're in the air, but the game still thinks you're on the ground. So in like the next frame, suddenly look, bam, he's at 10% health.
Shinto finds one
And suddenly
in
he's
the
like,
back.
oh
Trade
shit.
it out. It's Paul who grabs it. Look at Panatom. As soon as he lands, it is to the Sharks. Who's going to be
To
one
the
that-
Sharks. Damn, Sholdy. Banger. I always find it weird how to get like the club tunes on afterwards.
I think in store for us when the Titans are able to come out on top.
Don't sound too excited there, Gore.
Admittedly, I thought the first like 7 minutes were going to be a little bit bloodier. Took a little while to get there. We still got there nonetheless. Of course, looking good in game.
Let's see some clips.
The way they anticipated Shelly after game number 1.
Yeah, I love
if they do win this game, then we can surely say that Stu Rat was a help.
Right?
In fact,
I wanted to see
not
more diversity on Sino's God Pool. We saw Thanatos. I wanted to see more aggressive play. Aurora was just going in.
So this is the one we didn't see in the background. Oh, some really nice dash from Stu.
He played Ama and he looked
no, surely.
Doing it. So this is a completely
no. I think Panny cook. Oh, fuck me. I think Panny cooks this here, right? Because here you lose aggro. So I think if he waits out this entire duration on the Paolao. Oh no, maybe no. He needs Zap to tank tower for him. But I think that when he lands, does he retake tower aggro? Yeah, he does. He's done damage too soon.
Good doing it. So this is a completely different Tartar
from downtown.
They completely turned around their team play. I imagine
the
advanced
target.
Squad that picked out this
See,
team,
I knew this Izanami was going to do well. I said it at the beginning. I said Izanami is the GOAT pick. I want to see it every game. Although I do not want to see them pick it again. Let me be real. And this is where Shinto just gets popped. Oh my god. He's so dead. They've just killed about 8 different versions of Shinto. In every single multiverse, that man is dead.
Over the last week, even.
I want to see everything about their picks and bans change there. Like, literally everything.
The fact that they won both of their sets felt a little sloppy going out of it, and you can tell that
there's
they
nice
really
ages from Shinto.
those
So this is where I think he hits Panny with the... So that hits Panatom.
And come in, find game number 1. They're one game
see
away
Panatom
from
die.
potentially upsetting
The woke media won't let us see Panatom die.
Was actually taking the arm away from Sot. I don't think it made the flashiest plays, but getting free.
Yeah, I'm a ban. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so who are they banning here? They're still banning Naja, Amma, Set. See, I can see them banning Set. I don't see them picking it.
So probably Smart and Leviathans did both those things. Maybe speaking on the hurry, it's that Hoxie may have seen the same things I did and wanted to make those adaptations.
Who do they ban? Looking into my crystal ball.
The difference maker is, what are you going to first pick now? I still think the Vulcan could be something that they're looking towards. I think Shinto has a fantastic performance every time he touches that character.
That's the ban of teams that want to leave the juicy picks wide open.
Still trying to play through Shinto.
Don't do Daji here. I think Daji is bait. Daji is a bait pick. I'm putting my foot down now. Daji is a bait pick. Been overvalued for too long.
I didn't know they had a set player. I think from what we just learned,
Vulcan.
They're going to make some adaptations.
I wanted to see Shinto back on the mage, but first pick Vulcan. I'm Sino. I'm like, fuck yeah.
The amount of impact this can have, and what we saw it do during
we banned
the
Aegis yet?
Playoffs, it is a huge presence on the field.
Yeah, and honestly, I just want
I do not love that as a first pick. I don't mind it as a pick. I just don't love it as a first pick at all.
I just want him to be on a mage. If it could be Vulcan,
I agree, Tyler.
Then I'm even happier, right? Because now we get something that we know he can dominate on. That's a high quality pick, and I think this is going to put the Leviathans back into a comfort zone. I think the set is probably something they practice work, but I think coming back to their identity and having a mage is going to be really important.
57% win rate, pick rate 100%, 0% ban rate.
Ishtar. Locked in by the
so interesting. She's just going to sneak through every single P and B.
Ishtar, honestly.
You know, we have been seeing
That's 75% win rate on Maui.
Definitely something that
Wrong, you dragging it down for us there.
Maui gets locked in alongside it. A couple of new gods to rival.
Wouldn't be Smite without the god being released just before Worlds and breaking it. Would not be a World. What do they pick? Are they going to pick Izanami again here? Why do I feel they're going to pick Izanami again? Don't pick Daji. Don't pick Daji. No Daji. No Daji. Pick Thanatos, no balls.
Hebo by this point, and now we're going back to like.
Panny play Hebo? I feel like we've seen a bit of Panny Hebo. I reckon they're thinking about it.
And maybe even if it changes, right? If we get into game and it's like, okay,
I'd be nervous about seeing a Vulcan Hebo onto
definitely going to maybe affect things.
The Vibo.
Moving into the future.
Damn, Ishtar is looking right into my soul up there.
You know, we've been talking a lot about this being a world's final.
Ymir is here. Let's go. I love Wrong Ymir.
Won 3-0 in the finals.
But doesn't Ymir just get absolutely smoked by Maui? Isn't Maui like the hard counter to Ymir? Rama, okay. I'm liking this. Go back to basics.
Relatively close sets each time. They've just been able to
You press 1 on Rami, you basically become his Izanami,
if
so...
you're locking in gods that have been around for a while, you might as well just keep it running. Trelly, they grab Ymir, they grab
Yeah, they're going for the
Braum.
closed beta here.
All of these
The
have been
closed
high
beta.
impact.
Oh, the jungle! They were so not expecting it. They haven't even cropped his portrait. Chuck's forehead is here.
They're getting egged on.
Ah, the Chibo.
They lock into Evo, we're safe.
Goodness. Paul gave us a thumbs up. It's
Jelly's
okay.
eyes were bulging out of his skull.
Bro, I was so happy to see the Thanatos. I mean, like, I was absolutely jumping for joy there. However, I'm liking the
Thor,
Hebo
not
split.
picked
I
or
think it's a
banned.
pick that has always get
I
bullied
feel
in
like
the
Thor
early.
actually
That's
kind of hates
usually
going
how it
against
goes.
Hebo.
When you
Because
let
if he's
the
got
Hebo
relics
get late
up,
game, you get two,
he
three
basically, the
items
second you
online,
dunk
that
on
one
him,
shot
he beads
potential is
Aegis's
always
and then
going to be
one-shots
there.
you with Crushing
And we
Wave
saw
at the end.
really that one time when Shinto said, oh no, I better beads this water spout, didn't even get to, and was absolutely deleted before he could even sandstorm away with that set pick.
Good ban.
Of course,
Lancelot's a
Sino got
good
credit for
ban
that
here.
kill, but the
I like that a
burst
lot.
was coming from Crushing Wave. And I think that is still something Leviathan should be wary of. Now,
Go on,
though,
Gilgamesh.
they've got some of that perch on their
Bring him
side.
back.
They've got that
Run it
Vulcan ult.
back.
You can just CC this
Beat them
hero a
with
little bit,
it
pull some
before.
beats, maybe get some lockdown. That Earthshaker's going to do the same thing.
It's going to be a massive set of plays. Hurry, you seem pretty excited to see the Hebo come back as well.
Yeah, I think that's something that was really
Yeah, don't hate the
pivotal
Wheelix
to
ban.
the Titans' success in the last game. I do think
I
that
don't
was
know.
a pick that Paul liked into the set mid in particular. I think it deals well with assassins. It deals well playing.
I don't think it'd be the
defensive
end of
as
the
well.
world if
But
a Wheelix got
ultimately,
through.
this is a god that Paul has made his name on, and it
Really
really
need a wee.
worked last game. It was really tough, I think, for Panatom or for even Haddix
For a
to
quick
really
wee.
get in
I'll leave you with
as that
Morrowind.
last game progressed. So I think it's a good idea for him to go back to it. I do want to point out the chalk was hovered. Sino made sure that I was going to let everyone know chalk is not that bad. I don't know if I agree with that. I told him
That is a
you
quote.
can prove that by playing it and showing everyone it's not that bad, but preferably not. We'll see if he pulls it out again, but he's going to have something special.
If the Leviathans ban it right here, then that'll prove it's bad. Because they hovered it, they said, hey, we kind of want this chalk. And Leviathans are like, oh no, we're scared of chalk. And if they ban it, I'll eat my words. But so far, it's been in a Wheelix, and they've got one more spot. I really don't think it's going to be a chalk.
Naja already gone set, arguably more for Paul than it necessarily is for Sino. We'll see where they go with their next ban.
Are we thinking of Thanatos again?
Do you go back to it? Do you ban the Thanatos here? Do you think it was impactful enough
No
that
way.
it's worth
That's
a ban?
an ego blow. No
Okay.
way they're banning Thanatos.
And you were right. It's a Hades.
Yep.
It's nothing crazy alongside the Wheelish. The other side, Susano and Lancelot. So a lot of the jungle field stripped away. Neither of these players able to get it. Although, notably, and we haven't seen him in a long time, but like we've been watching a lot of highlights of Erlong Shin from Panatom, Gilgamesh. I think maybe because I read about the digital loot pack is on my mind. Nothing that's been too forefront as of late. There's still some picks that have been massive. Guan Yu locked in here, Hurry.
Where's he
Presumably for Sot, and you know what? He's been around kind of sometimes.
Yeah. I'm surprised. They
Nice.
had a lot of success with this
Mr.
pick.
One Whole
I
pick.
honestly forgot about the Guan Yu. I think it's a little rough in the Ymir.
Susano
possibly,
ban? That's
but it's a
really
pick the
smart.
Titans
I
have
like that a
succeeded
lot.
In the past with, I think they're very
Guan
comfortable
Yu.
playing with
Do you know
heroes
what?
on their team as
I feel
well,
like
whether
they
it be
should have had
Spartan
made a
or
Guan Yu
Hell
skin.
even in mid.
But now
So
I think the
it's
time's
something
passed for that.
I know the Titans
Probably for the
are
best
gonna
they
be
didn't.
comfortable working with. I think it'll be successful this game for the Titans as well if they can make it back to the late game. I was gonna
No,
respect on
not the
Daji,
Daji.
bottom ban,
Bait
so
pick,
it is
bait pick,
technically
bait
still
pick.
open. Panatom not going to be psyched out. I'm glad to see him going back to it. I think if they're going to make it far in this tournament, they need to have that pick, so I'm glad he goes back to it.
Odin.
Wow.
What year is it?
Maybe impressed
They really are
with
playing the
Guan
closed
Yu.
beta comp.
They were ready for that one.
I mean,
Yeah, I
no,
guess that
you-
is the
you-
Guan
you
counter,
got
isn't it?
walls. Ymir came into the conversation. Hurry, you're like,
But
oh,
I
that
think
might be a
the
little
problem
rough.
with picking Odin as
Now
a
you
counter
got
pick
8
is
of
that you
them,
then have to
you're
play
gonna
Odin.
drop it. I mean, it feels like this is going to be
You jump into a team fight and then realize you have nothing to
very
contribute.
big pick, Trelly. At the same time, we've also seen Odin
Do it,
fall
do it,
absolutely
do it.
flat on their faces.
I mean, that's the big difference maker, right? You're double dipping in Phantom Shell value, but also if you're using it on the Ymir wall, you don't have it for the Odin cage. Vice versa, you can make use out of that relic, and if you're forcing into that Phantom
Odin-
Shell, you're not.
I actually don't
better
hate
not
Odin
get
as a pick.
beads
Yeah, I've
early
always
on
hated
for
Odin
Daji,
generally,
so I
but
think Relic's certainly something
actually quite an
Leviathan need to
interesting
play
pick.
through here. You got two huge
Hebo does not
circles.
like Odin.
If you catch someone out in that Odin cage, you better assume there's a fully charged Vulcan ult
Mm.
on the way. But the Titans,
I've got some
they get the
sun-dried
Hebo back,
tomatoes and
and
mozzarella.
they get the Thanatos
Does
back.
life get better?
You feed the hot hand. That's something we say a lot in a situation like
I
this.
just don't think
Throw
so.
the meta out. Throw the rules of Smite out. If you know you're going to be hitting every single death scythe, if you know your crushing waves are on point, who cares what the rest of people say?
Are you guys excited for your
Hurry, that this is enough.
Tartarus Titans Hebo skin when Paul gets
the
MVP again
recipe right
after
now
winning?
for the Titans to cause what I would argue is a massive upset
Oh, my finger kept slipping over all the analysis. Oh no.
Just
It's out of control.
Final matchup of this best of 3, and if game 2 is anything like game 1 was, this could be a swift one for the Tartarus Titans.
I'm keeping my eyes on Panatom. I mean, I've said it a lot. I think he's one of the best, if not straight up the best junglers in the world. And it was a pretty quiet performance from him in game 1. Wasn't quite able to get active on map. Wasn't really utilizing the burnt beads that Haddix is lining up with that Jing Shen. This Daji is a statement pick. The fact that he's gone back towards it is a vote of confidence for the Leviathan.
But I love Rongyu on Ymir. I love Ymir generally. I just feel like Maui does everything that Ymir hates.
By Rongyu on the Ymir,
He gets
Aurora's here to try and at least stop some of this, but it seems that Rongyu is able to grab both of these smaller minions. Hog force
gets the hog out. That's pretty worth actually.
See if they can find anything more on Rongyu. A second pull.
Ymir hates getting caught out, hates being displaced because you can't do anything when you do that.
No, just
Maui has a pull, and a pull. It's gonna be a lot of Ymir ults into landfalls, I think.
So important in this lane. The neutral farm around the duo can really swing the sway of things in the first 3 to 4 levels. Scepter, the camps on the left-hand side, second rotation of purple buff so important, and a lot of the times it can stem or bleed from this first wave. So just go ahead, let him go, catch and release. Even if you could lock down Rongyu, better to get in towards that neutral.
Last time around, we saw a very slow early game from Sino, more of a power farming style of mentality. Was almost
it's over. Look at that.
Before he went back to base to try and get
Call
active.
it game 3. Let's go.
Items up. Panatom tried to make some waves on the left side of the map. For the Leviathans and for Panatom specifically, as mentioned, a very quiet game number 1.
Is it a pun when they say
do you see him going back
Panatom making waves for Leviathan?
Or would you rather see Panatom go somewhere else?
I mean, Stu, a pretty decent option, I think. Slowing down the Ishtar, who is likely to be playing aggressive, a great target for Panatom on this Daji. Otherwise, you don't really have too many opportunities to rotate towards SOT once Cavalry Charge is available. He's just going to be incredibly safe, and he's double dipping on defense in first slot. Once Breastplate of Valor is up, Haddix and Panatom are going to be lacking in the damage department. But Paul was given a free ride in game 1. He was farming up pretty consistently without a whole lot of pressure coming his way. That's a pretty decent target for Panatom as well.
How many we've got? Lan, Aurora, and Sino.
Great DPS in the early. The
Slice boys are back.
Match what Akibo brings early on as well. I just want to see him run it down there. Otherwise, ultimates here.
Oh, hello. No?
SOT will be dove on by Panatom for a moment. But
so many archers there, man.
Alongside SOT will deter Panatom and Haddix from going any further in the fight. The rotation by Sino. A fight over the blue buff.
We nearly got that as well.
Plenty of damage for Sino to secure the invade. The Tartarus Titans strike early in the solo lane.
Tartarus Titans.
That's actually really annoying for Odin. Odin's
well around the early
desperately mana
Thanatos already. We had seen him spend a whole lot of time farming up in game 1. It suits him well. I mean, backing to essentially 2 entire items, never an awful feeling, especially with the pressure not really rolling from Panatom there. But if you catch Sino slacking in the jungle like that again,
I hope you guys are behaving yourself in chat.
If he decides to do it twice, we'll see
trusting
that it really is an active
which is usually a foolish decision.
Just could be an opportunity for the Leviathans to force the fight there. You'd ask me, Panatom over towards duo, maybe solo, maybe mid. Catch Sino with no items? I mean, I'd take that.
Especially since Sino once again is rocking no beads for a first relic. It is a blink on the Thanatos. Will only have CC immunity from his ultimate. We'll see if Panatom likes to put some pressure up against the enemy jungle. Maybe throw some attention towards Paul this game, as mentioned. Essentially,
wonder when Sino's going to back.
Free cast during the entirety of game number 1. But now level 5.
Can he make it to the end of the game without ever
Paul
backing?
has access to that ultimate, an extra form of CC, and really kind of damage immunity in the secondary with it.
Yeah, Crushing Wave, a great defensive tool. You'd prefer to use it towards the enemies, but for now, it's about slow roll, early game, stack up the Book of Thoth, or finish building it, rather. Only 4 minutes in as of now. I imagine we see first POIs generally looked at around that 10-minute mark. Gold Fury, a great target. Both teams got pretty decent opportunities to look towards it. Any team that's got a Vulcan, though, I tend to favor around first Gold Fury. That burn potential of the turret, the Earthshaker for secure, about matches what Crushing Wave could bring.
I'm surprised it's a boost on Odin.
Until then, I won't argue too much.
I would have definitely said it. I'd expect a
one team gets the advantage. They can just keep running with that one. But say we go this game 20.
Oh my God, Sino has back. Sino, everyone.
Dead even at that
this is big
point.
news.
Oh, I hate that.
Is there? We'll say there's some kills.
We have a
and
backer.
some,
We
and
have
some
a backer
fighting
in the
sprinkled
chat.
in there, but let's say we get to this point. You know, all this battling is taking place, and we get to a fire giant dance, 25 minutes in the game, dead even. Do you give an advantage to one of these compositions?
In a situation like that, it's a conversation of ease of play. Which one
This
of
is
these
a really
drafts
interesting
is
late
easier to
game.
execute on your strategy?
I have no idea who's
I
better.
would probably argue again towards the Leviathans there. It's just non-committal damage from Shinto as opposed to Paul, who is
But I mean,
positioning.
you can say whatever you want
Really
about the comps, but
assassin on the Evo.
Mr.
Sino
Burger
is
is on the
not
other
connecting
team.
those
You know,
ultimates
when you
consistently
got
would be
Paul
very difficult
logging
for
into
him
the
to
server,
survive
there is
some of those
no
situations.
guarantee for
The one
anything.
ultimate he whiffs in game one cost him his life in a pretty magnificent way around the fire giant. So from an even state, 20 minutes in, Leviathans, but only because it's easier.
Oh, look at that. Huge
mag
play.
We'll see if this game stays even as we crawl past the 5.5 minute
I really do
mark
think
still.
landfall, the
At least
size of the
already
island is going to get
between them,
reduced
but we
after
haven't
Worlds.
seen any action this
That's the
time
change I
around.
would make.
Game number
personally.
1, we at least saw shades of Panatom going to the left side to try and get active, or
But yeah,
Sino
season
maybe
10
moving over
reveals.
towards
God
mid, a little bit of
damn.
pressure towards Shinto, but
The huge fucking virgin
seen
within me
anything
was
besides
thrilled to
Panatom
see Magic the
in
Gathering.
his single rotation to the solo lane. Now we see the second rotation over. SOT
So many
has
creeps
ult,
there.
and no fear.
So he's supposed to be
for
doing.
Haddox and Panatom instead will actually turn around and
Where's the
fight
execute?
right back at him at the tier 1 tower line.
Give him a taunt.
There's just no threat on the SOT there. I mean, he's got so much defense, CC immunity, sustain as well. Less now from the brawlers.
I think Odin should be having a better laning phase than this against
Which means
Guan.
the first pal out needs to find value. That CDR.
I guess he
not
did
gonna
have
give
his
you
blue taken.
any bit of leeway in usage of your ultimate, whereas on the other side, Sino, it's not really
Quite
all
clever-
that concerned with the damage output that
quite
he's bringing
clever,
himself. It's more so how often is hovering death up.
Blue steal.
I'm a threat just there. I'll get him at execute threshold. I'll
Me
finish
would,
him there,
good.
guys. And it's a composition that's built well around it. I am surprised to see the brawler's beat stick from Panatom. Maybe wants to continue putting his pressure onto either Sino or SOT.
I'm not surprised to see brawlers
Those
at
are
all.
the
You're
only
against
two that have
Guan
really
Yu
got a whole lot of healing
Thana.
this early on.
I feel like
Wants to
you can
rotate
just
towards
need.
Stu,
You
he'll
can't be
have the
fighting
Valor's gauntlets,
Thana
but
without.
Feels like
brawlers.
Jotuns could have really found some value here.
I mean, the point he's probably making is, you know,
Should
brawlers
be fine in the
first.
solo lane for a
Those
while,
are
as mentioned.
Jotuns
Not a
first,
whole lot
but
of threat to this
I don't
Guan
know,
Yu,
man.
but Panatom's not really putting pressure
Oh,
anywhere on
broke
this
his
map. He
ankles.
hasn't shied over towards Paul just yet. We haven't seen him stray towards the
Although
goal lane.
Haddock's
To
getting
see
the
if he can
totem
find any
lockdown
pressure against Stewart, or maybe force a rotation
because he
from
got
Aurora.
Zapman pinging the totem,
Been very
spamming the
passive
totem
play
every 5 seconds.
by the
Where's my
Leviathans, and
coup?
because of that, no real team is really eager to step forward and kind of cause anything. It feels like the Titans, similar to game number 1 for Sino.
I just feel like this Daji is
very
going to be
active
abandoned
and
by the end of this tournament.
sticking back and keeping up this power farm mentality.
I think if you
feels
watch
like
it,
Jonas is on
block
the
2 games
Leviathans
in a
to make
row.
that first step.
Yeah, maybe for now, the CC nature of Panatom, I think, would go really well with an initiation. Just jump in there, maybe try and force the ultimate out of Aurora, or get some resources off of Sino or Paul, but with both teams largely just trading neutral farm, I'm not willing to say that
These have
one
been some
has to
really
get
slow
active
games.
over
Everyone
the
has been
other.
super
Neither side
cautious. This
really
should be a
declining.
kill.
Maybe a kill
And if it
on the
isn't,
shot now will go on the cavalry charge, but won't have the CC.
oh, from
by Shinto, but a
Oh.
shot after and a teleport in by Panatom strikes first blood for the Levi.
I like that style of, okay, we're not sure, we didn't look great in game 1, let's lock it down to as simple as possible. Odin and Vulcan, that's just short of Odin and Zeus in terms of
just gonna work
ease of
every
play.
single time. SOT probably thinking about picking up a Phantom Shell in that next slot. Also a bit there, so a missed opportunity to head back to
good
base,
work to
but
punish
not gonna
what
get
was
too
getting
much
quite a
here
big
on the
Guan Yu.
Leviathans. It's just
Here's
first
Haddock's
blood,
bit of
get
breathing
out.
room.
Leviathans strike first, but now what will they do with some of that kill?
And that's where
Will
the
they
Brawler's
rotate
first is helpful as well. Obviously the
Panatom
heals,
over and
it's
try
going to be a
and
level
keep the
1 heal at
pressure
this
up on
point
the
probably,
SOT?
so probably, or level
Will we
2
see
max.
Shinto
It's not going to be a
rotate
big
out of this
deal.
lane
but,
more? I mean, you look back
still
on
nice.
game number 1.
Oh! Spooky,
Maybe
scary,
they hold up on that for a moment.
spooky,
Sino
scary
getting aggressive in
Thanatos
the jungle.
lurking in your jungle.
SOT and Aurora there is
Here
body
comes
block.
Ymir, he
Make sure,
definitely
I
won't
should
get
say,
caught
body
out and
guard
killed.
for Sino, but
Good
even in the
passing from Ronnie.
3v4, still willing to
Here
step
comes
up.
Paul, here comes
on the
Paul, he's
way.
low mana though. Haddox is just
Caught out,
dying.
forced to
Huge
jump back
stun,
out,
that's
3
3
for
man.
Sino in the sky. He will dunk on top of Wrong You. All the
I needed to
CC
ult
in the
before
world
that.
isn't
Oh no, they
enough
blocked him
to
out.
take down the Ymir
SOT,
yet.
what you
SOT
doing?
locked in the cage and dropped down, but Aurora trades out
This is
one
good for the
opponent.
levies, this is
But the
good.
Pow Lao will yank the Maui back, but it's still not enough damage. Shinto, not quite there just
Yeah, you probably want to be focusing on Paul
Oh,
rather than the
on
Maui,
retreat
but
now as well. It's SOT who steps out of line.
Surprised how well that
too
works
deep
out for the
into that
levies.
tower. Haddox
Oh, is that bad?
And make sure it's a 1-for-1 trade. The Leviathans keeping their heads firmly above water here. Get a look at the dual lane for a moment. Seems as if no one's been able to find a significant advantage here either. It's been fighting everywhere.
Well, there is
around
one
the
significant
map,
advantage, and that's
jockeying
4
and
totems
pushing
to
for
Kuta
these
1. Game
small
over.
advantages around
Alex
neutral
MVP.
farm, mid
Get in the
camps,
skin.
Greater Scorpions, but nothing really substantial separating these two squads. Maybe a bit of experience and a couple of these roles.
But all I'm paying attention to really here is the fact that Mr. Burger is going untouched.
On SOT 0-2 now. He's not even that far behind Haddix.
Oh, giving him the suck, giving him the real tootle.
Half HP, Sun Sword's out. And the immunity
Oh,
from
here comes the game.
the
Here comes the
rest of
squad.
crew.
Here's Haddix. Oh, lovely play from Aurora.
Aurora frozen.
What?
And the bead's gone from Stewart. He'll get back to the tier 1 tower, and somehow
Did he still get that CC immunity? That was like that. Ooh, that was. He's running Word.exe on his
massive rotation
on his Alienware.
Relic. Gotta do something on this side of the map. SOT matching rotation though, perhaps concerned about a Gold Fury pool.
It is pulled
They're really
up.
forcing this.
5 Leviathans, all 5
Haddix is
here.
9,
SOT
Shinto's 12. What the
going
hell's
in. Aurora
happened?
dunks on top of Wrong U.
They can't have Haddix falling behind. That's a great cage. But they're not really getting anything. Kill Aurora. He's still alive. Sino's dunking Panatom. How did that go so wrong? They just didn't have any damage. And now Zap's dead as well.
Zapman's
gonna snipe
gotta
its
land
feet.
Eventually, what goes up must come down. Lands into the Lion's Den.
How did that go so wrong?
Put up another. You may have pulled the gold. The Titans smell it, and they.
Sorry, we're going back. I need to.
SOT matching rotation though, perhaps concerned about a Gold Fury pool.
It is pulled up.
Like this felt like it was all.
5 here.
And Haddix is 9. How is Haddix 9? That's crazy.
Going in.
Oh shit! I might need to go.
Aurora dunks on top of Wrong U and waits for the pull, but it's a double freeze, double cage, and a big Earthshaker after, but it just misses Aurora, who jumped in the sky. Sino finds a pick in the back line. Wrong U low,
Disaster.
and Sino and Paul move in for SOT to find the second of the fight, and Sino will just force Zapman to the sky.
Zapman's got to land eventually. What goes up must come down. Lands into the Lion's Den. The Tartarus Titans put up another.
Absolute
you may have
curtains.
pulled the gold. The Titans smell it, and they stop you in your tracks. Gold Fury now over to the Chaos side. No response from the Leviathans. The Tartarus Titans just playing different.
This is a completely different animal than what we saw in the Phase 3 playoffs, in the last chance qualifiers just last week. This Tartarus Titans team has made a complete 180 in play style, Mifflin. These guys, it was so hard for Sino to find any kind of initiation, to find a pick that, I can't say that he wasn't comfortable on, but one that he's looked this good on outside of the Naja, which has been permabanned since his first game back.
But even just take into account how he addresses that team fight, it was similar in execution to what he was trying to do with the Chalk.
So
oh, you're diving my backline? He heads up in the air and does a counter dive, tries to catch out whoever he can. On Chalk, it was the exact same thing. He just didn't have the damage. Now he's got a pick that's got the damage, and Sano's looking good.
Pyromancer started by the Levi's, but again, forced away by SOT and Aurora. The Titans found a 2-for-1 trade in the last fight. But not only that, also able to grab the Gold Fury, and that's given them at least a nice about 1,500 or so gold lead.
Feeling a bit over already, isn't it?
And this is similar pacing that we saw in game 1, Miff, where the Leviathans would try and grab something, the Titans would step up, push them away, and we're seeing it repeated on full display once again. Haddix tries to go in, only throws the spear out towards Paul. Haddix had to expend his body to steal this one, but now it's Haddix keeping the Titans away from the objective.
A reset from the Tartarus Titans. Questionable reset at that. It feels like even just water cannon, probably a pretty decent confirmation tool. Didn't have eyes on Shinto, so maybe concerned about the Earthshaker rotation from over the wall. Cage from Haddix, still incredibly disruptive. Waiting on the Phantom Shells from the Tartarus Titans. Maybe it's going to be Aurora picks it up. We're about 3 levels out from there. SOT just now got the option to pick up his second relic. I'll be keeping my eyes on him as well. But for now, the walls, the cages from the Leviathans still find full value.
Both SOT and Stewart have hit that level 12 point, but when I'm looking at the opposite side and I see a Vulcan, I don't know if me as a carry personally wants to be the one to have to go to shell. I'm getting Aegis to keep my life alive, and that's what Stewart will do. But another pull of the Pyro for the Titans. Earthshaker over the top, Doesn't
No,
take
let's
it
go
away.
like
The
one.
Tartarus Titans grab that. And can they get out of the fight? Not a lot of chase from the Leviathans this time around. The bubble from Aurora will pull SOT back, and the Titans make a clean getaway.
That man's made the rotation, though. You know you got a TKO on at least one. That Earthshaker found a whole lot of damage, so a push into the tier 1 in response, pretty decent. A bastion of safety loss now for the Tartarus Titans. If the fight goes south around the gold or the pyro, they'll have to run a bit further to find that safety on map. Leviathans still in this one. I'm keeping my eyes on Zapman. He's been really happy with these rotations. Getting involved everywhere on the map. Maybe caught out here.
He's never beaten
Available for Zap. Doesn't use him on the ult. Has to use them this time, but it is too little and too late. Where was the Aegis for you, Zapman? You get bursted by Sino. And the dual lane has been sprung wide open, forcing a rotation from Haddix, but maybe that was not the right call. Half HP on him, pulled back, landfall and executed by Sino.
The Tartarus Titans just playing the map.
You guys remember Season 5? Remember
Splice? Ball of 3 takes out Zap. Haddix has to defend the wave, gets caught on his own. Now Shinto and Rongyu here on the left. Tier 1 goes. Paul's pushing mid. SOT on right. It's a war on 3 fronts, and you just haven't got the numbers.
Paul still pushing up the Tier 1 tower. Did manage to go back and get his soul gem online, and now the gold is starting to spiral back to the control of the Tartarus Titans. 3,000 up, and even more so in experience. Leads in nearly every front at this point. Level up for Stewart, 2 levels up for SOT, and Paul has just barely got about a half up over Shinto.
You know, Hurry said it on the desk. It would have been an ego hit to ban out the Thanatos.
I'm doing it from here on, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, bruise my ego, break it for all I care. He's 4-0-2. Don't let Sino cook on the world stage. 6 out of 6 affected kills from the Tartarus Titans jungler, and he's only going to continue to get stronger from here. These executes have just been stifling the displacement from Aurora, the confidence from Stu every single time to just go in, regardless of where anybody is on the map from the Leviathans. If Sino's nearby and he's looking for an execute, Stu will dash at whoever he wants. It's teamwork through the roof. It's draft and composition strategies from the Tartarus Titans that just make them look so different. They have played up to the Leviathans, and it's starting to look like they've surpassed them.
And this is what I was talking about with Stu on the post-qualifier show, which was the last time we saw Stu really play aggressive, really feel comfortable in the lane, was when he was with Scream, and Scream would go over, facilitate for Stu, say, look, dive up there. Dive their tier 1 tower if you want. I've got your back. And we didn't see that for the longest time with Layers when he jumped over.
Where are the Levi's?
Didn't see it from Sino at first.
Let it go.
Totally transformed Titans team. They'll be able to grab a Primal Fury with no answer from the Leviathans. It's not just Panatom who was quiet in game 1. All of this game, the Leviathans have essentially gone silent.
I mean, it started so well in the Soul lane. Haddix was getting the better out of SOT. Those cages are good. Shinto makes early rotations, but it wasn't able to turn into anything. It wasn't a blue buff invade afterward. Pyromancer wasn't available yet, and the Leviathans just had to settle for these small wins, whereas the Tartarus Titans have just been asking the difficult questions, rotating with strategies in mind. Okay, we'll catch out Zapman, take his tower, back up to the Gold Fury. Pyromancer picks up here or there as well. The Tartarus Titans have extended their lead massively, and now can continue to do so. Play around this Trebuchet, grab another tier 1, stack up those coffers, back up, get ready for the fire.
He's ready.
Generally 20 minutes is that magical time where the Fire Giant becomes available for either one of these teams, but the Tartarus Titans have stacked up so much advantage at this point that the Leviathans, they're fully on defense.
Leviathans are playing catch-up at this point. 4,000 down to the Titans. A Trebuchet shoving up the right lane, and with Stewart there next to it,
just destroys
Tier 1 tower will not stand for much longer. Just a couple of fireballs should knock that one out, but we have a full 10-man grouping in the solo lane.
Penny's gone in. Penny's gone in.
Panatom goes in up against Paul.
Aegis.
Still holding on to Aegis and Beads. Beads are gone. Paul uses the ult to immune one. Final shot from Zapman
so
that could
much.
have dropped him. The cage from Haddix has only lost SOT, and who is shaking as much as he can, but it's just not enough.
Sorry, I really got COVID. I lost my sense.
The wall doesn't catch anybody this time through. Aurora stunned out. Frozen again. Health bar's low. Landfall pulls 2, but it's only to his own doom.
Paul needs to be there for the follow-up, but Panatom taking that 1v1 in the jungle completely removes him from the equation, and now the Leviathans finally Strike as 5, play together, pull the fire, but the Tartarus Titans, they're nearby. Sino held the as is Stu.
Not like this. He dies because of that roll.
Stewart
I'm going
does
to
not.
actually uninstall
Paul on the way with
on his
3
behalf.
and Kid wrong. You
Oh, no,
knocked up, knocked down. Sino with the
Get Paul, you got to get Paul. You have to get Paul. You have to get Paul.
being massacred
He's still
by the front line of Leviathans. Panatom on death's
slow.
door.
Slow. He's so speedy.
To deliver him there. It's a double for the jungler of the Titans.
Sino on the retreat now. Haddix on the
No,
chase.
he's out.
Zapman still stepping forward as well with the Tartarus
he's
Titans.
hunting him. I'm going to go back.
The Tartarus Titans, they're nearby.
What happens to
Sino
wrong
held the
you?
as is Stu.
Sino's
Poked
got
by
ult.
fire.
Stewart does not. Paul on the way with 3 and Kid.
Just the
Wrong,
knock up. It's the combo from Paul just absolutely destroys him.
But Paul has no relic and is being massacred by the front line of Leviathans.
Oh god, that was so close to getting out.
4 versus 3 advantage could be a time to start to step up to the fire as the Chaos
You know, Sino was
team,
hearing that.
4 moving up the Tartarus Titans.
Wait, the Leviathans
Chasing that every
left.
time.
They've disappeared entirely. Haddix is on the way.
Shinto
Shinto has ultimate. This is not a guarantee for the fire. And the Titans should know this. Cage by Haddix. Ult by Shinto. Slams 3. Haddix strikes first in the fight. Snipes from Zapman.
Yeah,
not
doing
enough
no
damage
damage
to take down SOT, but the Leviathans have pushed the Titans back.
It's been a back and forth battle around this fire giant. One team finding a pick, a response. 4 versus 5 in exchange.
Life in the old
and now
goal,
the
yeah.
Atlantis Leviathans finally find some concrete footing. 5 versus 4. Sino dead for 30. Could be time to start stepping your way forward. I'm taking my eyes towards the relic, J-Mac, and this we got a tiny monitor up here. Keep me honest. No phantom shells for the Tartarus Titans?
Wait, seriously?
No, not even a regular shell.
Oh no.
This is bold by the Titans, if anything.
What were
Usually,
they cooking?
the Odin
That's
Cage
maybe being
alone
nice.
is enough. Ymir wall alone is usually enough. No answer from the Tartarus Titans.
You really went
the
bracer?
best defense is a good offense, I suppose. That is the stratagem here.
Yeah,
and
he
the
can't get
Tartarus
ringed if he's already
Titans
dead.
Have to play well around it. If I'm the Leviathans, I'm thinking to myself, yo, Haddix, just get in there, all right? Put a ring around anybody, and Shinto's going
If
to
you like
follow
it,
up. That
put a
is
ring on
a
it.
hard decision to make. The Tartarus Titans, no respect for the Leviathans draft.
Saying Haddix set up the
Oh,
octagon
look at
and
that.
will be the one
Min-maxing.
to knock him dead. Leviathans, though, all spread out while the Titans go back to the fire again. Haddix is here. Shinto in
Pool
mid.
position's like a fucking
And
frontliner.
Earthshaker is back up.
Zap
The Fire
slow.
Giant to half HP. They
Mad
got
lad.
Paul this time for secure
much damage
and for
Haddix just
damage.
casually-
Reset.
SOT is
How much
stunned and
damage
the
has
fire gets set
Vulcan done
once
this game?
again.
Yeah, shit loads.
Tartarus Titans gonna back themselves up once more. Wonder what they're looking for there. Realizing Zapman is on left, he shows himself in mid as well. Could have been an opportunity to look for the
Paul's
5
not there.
versus 4 for perhaps a
Paul's not
chase
there, you can
out,
fight.
but the Leviathans
Otherwise, you run for your
show
life.
just enough of presence to keep the Tartarus Titans at bay. Neither team able to step forward, even with a couple of great team fight wins for the Leviathans. It still is the Titans nursing a small lead, probably just Ward's difference here. Titans step up once more. If that pool connects, a
This is
TKO
all
on
very
Haddix would
nervy,
be
isn't it?
massive.
Haddix has been
Everyone
the one
mincing about a bit.
to set up for the rest of the squad with this case.
Standing directly
allowed
on their own
Shinto
walls
to
and
hit
nothing else.
multiple 2- and 3-man ults at these big team fights.
Huge ward control.
Once again,
with
starting
Titans
around
here.
fire. Aurora able to juke out the damage from Shinto.
Turret
They'll walk
shot.
back with the rest of the squad. The Titans are playing this slow. But Aurora cannot be the only one up here. Wall will
He's
block
fine
him
to
off.
get stunned. He does not
Aurora,
mind.
at half HP, will be forced
I mean, he does a
to
bit.
swing away, but
Goes
Haddix
Haddix.
Big
goes
son.
right
Yeah.
in, drops the cage, and that's
Where's
2
your shell
locked
now,
in.
bitch?
Landfall doesn't do much, and Shinto will knock
They
down
are
the support.
throwing
SOT
so hard not
throws
getting
out the
that.
beam,
Oh, hello.
Vulcan
Oh,
ult off
that's
the mark
gotta get
by
the offering.
Shinto, Sino and the rest of the squad separating to
Things
avoid
that people
the
will do
foul
for an
out.
offering.
Anatom just off the mark there. So the Tartarus Titans, a second lease on this team fight. Aurora plays far up in the engagement, realizing I'm the only guy. It's got to
like
be
it should have gone
me
better
to
than
start
it
the
did.
fight. If a wall spawns behind me, I'll leap over it. If it's a cage, the exact same thing. But once that leap is down, with no phantom shells, it's easy for the Leviathans to work their way forward.
I feel like it
if the
should have been
wall's
an
just a little
absolute
bit better
cleanup.
from wrong you, Shinto's ultimate lands, and it's a double pick.
No
Fortunately
shells.
for the Tartarus
Criminal.
Titans, Aurora being only level
Actually
13
criminal.
means his respawn timer very low as well. Should be able to step back up, but feels like death of 1,000 cuts now. The Leviathans have taken these small wins back to back, equalizing the kills 8-8 across the top. And the gold, it's not far behind it.
It was a 4,000 gold lead earlier for the Tartarus Titans, and the Leviathans have clawed their way back to leaving it only 1,000 between these two squads. The
Feels way less close than it.
The greatest team fights in the last 5 or so minutes of play. And maybe this does come down to the fact that there's no Phantom Shell.
Once just drafted themselves
once Haddix jumps in, there's no escape for anybody. They can't break the walls down in time. And all it takes then is one ult from Shinto to close things out.
Yeah, looking like Ares out there, the way there's no escape. The Leviathans have just been able
to
run them down every single time. But the Leviathans have not started the fire.
2-level lead Haddix now on
SOT. Be concerned about the counter initiation from
how the turns have tabled. There's so many XP leads, but
and the fight follows. If Sino finds his execute, gets those HP resets, could be very detrimental. The Leviathans have been counter punching this entire time. But as the game starts to equalize,
I really like these builds from Paul.
Pulls from the Tartarus Titan, the willingness to just go in towards
very
the fire,
reflex. It's gonna be a charge last as well.
And then the Leviathans will have to start asking those questions themselves.
Leviathan starting to group on the right, and now knowing that the Oni Fury was started, the carries are on the left side for the Titans. The Leviathans
wonder if Sino's
going
to go see it.
It is
Everyone's just century constantly.
The
ring's down early, really early.
To keep the Titans out.
Insanely early.
Oh
my goodness, they got lucky. Secured that.
But a big meatball separates things out. Paul drops the mid laner. Wrong
he missed his ult.
As well. It's 2 for the Tartarus Titans.
No, Paul does not.
All by himself and all 5
no. Oh no.
And knock down 3.
Sino
look at Sino shouting. He's yelling.
Shinto a bit late on the beats, pulled in by Aurora, and the Tartarus Titans finally, with the Leviathans asking the questions, the Leviathans pulling the fire, find a win in the team fight. 3 dead. 20 seconds left on Wrongview. The Tartarus Titans.
Oh Lord, they coming.
Paul,
oh Lord, he coming.
Below 50%.
And now you got a late game Gon to deal with. Even though he's only 17, he's still an absolute menace. And he's got shotguns.
2 still standing.
I can absolutely shred these as well. Look at his build.
No way to get there in time.
Yeah,
the Tartarus Titans
that ain't doing much.
Take the fire, Giant. We don't care. We'll take
I mean, they do have fire
and
on Zap. That's all they got. They got nothing. I got nothing left.
They get the fight. They get the Phoenix and potentially the Pyromancer as well, if they so choose. Sino has gone unanswered in these engagements. That double dunk, man. The stun, just so clean by so much time. Shinto sure can separate the fight with Meatball.
So we're at 25-40. I'm going to quickly go back and watch that because I was lost in the source at the time.
On the left side for the Titans. The Leviathans will
can't believe he ults this to secure it. Fucks it up, but it secures it itself with the meatball. But let's watch Paul sneak in. Sino coming in from the left. Nice ult from Wrongview to counter that. Both of those have beads and neither of them beads. Oh, boys. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. And the huge stun. Oh no, that's criminal. Wrongview shredded.
Panatom all by himself and all 5 of the Titans.
Oh no, look at Sino down here.
Sino with the double backbone of your team. You can't do much if Fire Giant doesn't land on him.
How did they both get a pull and they have beads, man?
Two, but Zap's got it.
Zap does have it, but hasn't been able to get very active.
People are going to start batting now, surely.
On the player
surely it's the last we see of him for a while.
Panatom at the same time, whereas nearly everybody on the Titans above him in that regard. Only one topping that is Shinto, and well, with all respect, Shinto's been landing 2 3-man Earthshakers almost this entire game. But the Tartarus Titans, with that pushback that they got from the last fight, not only knocked down the mid-bird, but are now sieging up the left side of the map.
And the siege potential of the Tartarus Titans is decent. It's the displacement from Aurora, the non-committal initiation.
Just laughing at how fucking fast Thanatos gets when he's in his passive. You hear the Benny Hill music.
Shinto going to be one of the biggest proponents of the defense. Shaking the next 2 or 3 as it has been. And that's it for the Tartarus Titans. Time to back up. Seems to be time
Still
already.
Milking.
Just pepper some damage in the tier 2.
He
checked the Leviathans. They show up in numbers. And the Titans say, all right, well, you're the ones with fire. We're backing up.
It's only fire for about another minute on Haddix and Zapman before that one fades away. We wait.
How many of the goals this close? It does not feel this close.
But the Tartarus Titans are the ones with all the momentum. Even though the gold lead hasn't spiraled anywhere out of control just yet. It's not even back up to where it was before the Leviathans
hammer
had their
from
fight back. Instead, the Leviathans group up on the left side themselves, knock down a tier 1.
I feel like my tripping. It feels to me like levies are losing.
Titans, slow to rotate to the left side,
but they're up in
maybe not the end of the world losing this
XP
tier 2.
by fucking mile. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything now.
This game approaches the 30-minute mark. It's
supports that still need items. Otherwise, we're rapidly approaching 6 slot for just about everybody else on map. Starter items, relics need some upgrades, but besides that, we're very nearly at full damage stack from both of these teams. I think it's going to come down to this next Fire Giant. I don't imagine we see anything happen on map.
Oh, I'm getting nervous.
The Tartarus Titans found a strategy that works. If you want,
and I've also noticed that the VOD is getting awfully close to the end.
Over towards the gold. It's risky. You have to dedicate people to the Gold Fury.
My powers of deduction telling me this is going 3-3. Let's go. Game 3.
And experience in your own coffers. I'm not certain that the Titans, though, are ever really going to be able to just pull the fire. In a 5-on-5 engagement, pre-pick, generally it's pull fire, generate threat, force the defense. The defense is strong. The defense is a cage, and if it connects with 2, it's an Earthshaker on 2. No Phantom Shell. So the Tartarus Titans, I'm not sure they'll ever be the ones to pull the fire. Maybe it's just got to be the Leviathans.
I mean, it comes down to our conversation we had about 20 minutes ago, man. If I ask, we get to 25 minutes, dead even game state.
No,
gotta get that mid camp.
We're dead even 29 minutes in. We're getting close to enhanced Fire Giant. The ease of
guys, big news. People have bought
awards.
Nice and purchased.
I'm sorry, actually, easy it is to execute your team fight. They have just been cleanly cutting through the Leviathan's defense.
It's so good he bought it twice.
Arithmetic on ease of execution for the Leviathans took into account that I thought Tartarus Titans were going to be walking through walls at least once or twice with Phantom Shell.
I cannot believe they haven't
been the case and won't be this game. But look at this.
Oh no! Oh no! It's the police! It's the police! It's the Bopo! Oh my god! Where's your relic? Where's your Regis? This is done. Put a fork in it. Look at that wall. Oh no. Oh no. The help and the hindrance. They just popped the water carpet like it was a fucking sprint. Who needs the sprint relic when you've got Hebo 2? Look at this. Drops the carpet. Holy shit. I promise you he was there at one point. Haddox just looks lost. He's just running around with his little spear. There's Panny's beads as well. And he's sneaking away over there.
Tartarus Titans found their pick. Zapman dead for 40. Fire Giant on the map and enhanced by the time they get to it.
Shinto, what you got?
The Leviathans step up for defense.
What you got?
Shinto still has access to ultimate, but the fire's
going
quick.
Fire's melted right
it's already done.
as the 30-minute ticks through. The Tartarus Titans have grabbed.
How much did that crushing wave do? 1,580. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's not done. Who needs Phantom Shell now? Yeah, but who cares? Who cares? Can't hit the crowd like at all.
The Tartarus Titans are one step closer to knocking out the reigning world champs.
It's EFG.
Just imagine the pop-off we might just see. I want to see a Raw give him the flap.
2 dead. Panatom, no ultimate. Zapman has his. Haddox does it. 5 versus 3.
Oh, here comes the dunk.
Back, but the
I wonder who he's looking at. Who could it be? Look at Steiner, he's going, he's screaming, he's screaming. I can't believe my little eyes. Give him the shrug, give him the shrug. Oh, look at the Levy's fans for sad.
New strategies, new drafts, and a new look at the Titans.
A new confidence in this squad that has been
so severely lacking. He moved teams. You changed teams for this.
This is a lights out performance by the Tartarus Titans.
Oh, that's gonna feel real bad. Watching the boss go through.
Their next opponent is the Jade Dragons, who look hot against the Oni Warriors.
No, not Tom.
But the Tartarus Titans make a good argument for themselves.
No 4-time.
The Jade Dragons, I think, gonna have a long
back to ranked. Oh, who like rock?
No spoilers for me.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Top. Oh, thank you. Hope you are well. Diffed. Gapped. Played. Layers who? All you need is the burger. Oh my god, I can look at things now. I'm back. I can see what you're saying. We're back in the real world.
disgusting on this pick.
Yeah,
Nugs Bunny, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much.
Like this. It's about finding the dub. But I'll give you a nugget
Yeah,
of
they
knowledge.
picked
I got
them.
a chance to
He
talk to
picked them,
Slaney
didn't
before
they?
this set, and he said one thing to me. We're confident, and if we win this set,
They picked
we're winning
them.
Worlds.
We'll have to see if the Tartarus Titans can hold that one up. Can Slaney and the rest of the team keep this momentum going? A great look from the Tartarus Titans to keep this one going, knocking out the reigning
Do they
world
know?
champs in round 1 of the Worlds. This is a storyline I don't think anybody was predicting, Miff.
Do they know?
chose their opponent.
This my pro for this game is a
Have to
cracker.
be
I
the
might have to give that a look.
They chose their doom here. Tartarus Titans,
Yeah,
of
so did I,
course,
Ronald.
playing
So did
beyond
I.
expectation. I
Roddy.
don't think the Leviathans were wrong in
Good
their
morning,
decision at the
Mr.
time. Who could have
Moist Boy.
expected such a leap in skill since then?
No, I don't think.
I mean, they have
were
kind of
expecting-
cleared
I don't
them
think
all other
any
times this
team out
year.
here was expecting what the Titans are going to bring out in this set. When you go into a draft like that and you say, "Hey, man, we're confident. We
Damn,
know what
Shorty.
the Titans are doing. We know what they're capable of."
Who knew?
Nobody
that
knows
fan
what
on
they're
me.
capable of now because they didn't change really
First seed
anything
into
from
the
game
third
1 to 2.
playoffs.
They picked the same 3 carries. They picked a Maui and a Guan Yu. That's not new innovation. That's the same
played
3
the
carries.
meta.
Run back one more time.
Do they know?
You're talking about it.
Let's see what Mr. Brooks is doing. No, his name is Brooks, isn't it? Mr. Matty's doing.
My vision in my head is back when he won Worlds and Splice. That's the Sino I feel like I'm looking at right now.
I couldn't agree more.
And if that continues the rest of the tournament, they'll be a contender. And it's really cool to see that he brings
It
out
really
a
does
pick
just
that
have that.
everyone's
It
not
smells
only
of Splice,
excited to
doesn't it?
see,
It smells of
but it's
Splice.
being efficient and
It's
what
happening
doing.
again.
They came in
It's
with
with this
their
quality.
style. He's coming in with his picks. Maybe we finally knocked enough bad gods to the side where we found one that's working as well.
Yeah, exactly,
I do
Jetski.
expect it to get banned in the future. We'll see if they respect that pick in the Dragons tomorrow in their set. But this guy
Instead
is
of
on
happy
fire
was
right
if we went
now.
and
I
announced a
mean, he
chance, it would be a
looked very
Dragons W.
comfortable, No nerves, finding the right targets, being patient. Maybe one
So
little
let's,
slip of the Fire Giant a little bit earlier in the
Wait,
game.
is there anything
giving a
else
shut
in
down.
this? Actually, where's the interview?
And you paid the hard way, like.
Did I miss it already?
I'll be
Goodness.
here.
If they win,
Yeah,
it's
they're
all
already
because of
gone.
the chalk, okay?
I'll be here all week.
If they win,
Oh, the chat. There's still time for the jungle.
Everyone says that.
Yeah, can't give Sino. The fact
Everyone's not only excited to see, but it's
Oh, maybe
being
there isn't one.
efficient and what it's doing. They came in with their style. He's coming in with his picks.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
it's
we
super
finally
results-based thinking to
knocked
say
enough
that, right?
Bad gods
Like-
to the side where we found one that's working as well. I do
The
expect
Titans
it
have
to
not
get
been
banned
good.
in the future. We'll see if they
There is a
respect
sign
that pick.
interview. Where is it? Am I tripping?
And you paid the hard way.
you're talking about it.
And honestly,
Am I being big dumb?
4 sets
Oh, there we go. That's the end of it.
has been an
It failed to take down the reigning champs.
It feels pretty good, you know. I don't really view them as the reigning champs. You know, it's a new year, so just gotta view every team the same, in my opinion.
I like
Oh, I
that.
thought you
That's,
meant-
that's a good thought process right there. Obviously,
Thought you meant
game
how to
two
see them
was
as champions.
so back and forth. What was the turning point for that game that led to your victory?
They left Hebo open.
Don't leave Hebo open, guys. Well, going up tomorrow, you're going to be facing the Jade Dragons. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, they're a good team, but we're also a good team, so we can win, you know, so.
I mean,
Bars.
after what you did today on Thanatos, I know at one point you were 8-1-4. I'm sure you ended the game on even higher right there. I bet they're going to be banning Thanatos and Hebo off on you. But anything that you want to say to all your fans, those guys right there?
No, I mean,
Both of them.
I definitely appreciate the support, you know. We can feel it during the game, so keep it up.
Thank you so much, Sino, and thank you guys in the audience. I hope you enjoyed the qualifiers today. But right now, we're going to be heading back to the desk.
There they are.
Thanks.
Now it's finally time. I can get back to what's important. No. No, not like this, man. Not like this. I'm sorry. Yep. The seed curse. True. Actually true. Oh, fuck. Damn. Damn. Everyone's so sad with themselves. Oh, no. Oh, my favorite thing I can't click. Thicken it. Fucking hell. Words are hard. Exactly. Who needs to hear this? That's the goat. Those are the words of someone who overcame along the journey. These guys still, and I'll always love them. That is not the sound of a team that's staying together, is it? Yeah, that's. I think. Why was I supposed to? I don't know why I did that. So small on mobile. Okay, wait. Let me try and. I'm zooming. Now. Mr. Ma. Ah, sad times, man. True. That's my guy. Best diabetes support. Is that true? That's big. Except you guys still ruined it. Yeah. True. True. Sam's been saying this. He's been saying this for years. You just weren't ready. You weren't ready. He spoke the truth. Yeah, it's gotta be Johnny's time to come back. Surely. Can't believe this, man. I'm crying. I'm crying. You're not crying, I'm crying. No, I'm not crying, you're crying. Yes, I did indeed. I saw some of them. I didn't see the new map, but I saw the other half of it. It looks fucking nuts. I kind of need to leave. But one thing I do want to go. I want to quickly do before I go. Oh, you get to see all the behind the scenes. Woo. I am a little less. Shut up, nerd. Look at this. Look at this. This is an absolute massacre. This is an absolute car crash. From top to bottom. This is an absolute car crash. Oh dear. So that's good. Well done. And then just don't look at anything else and you're fine. I got some things right. If you look really carefully, that's actually a 0. And that's 2, so I got that one right. Got this one right as well, so that's good. And you look really carefully. That doesn't even look like a 2. Actually, what you need to do. There we go. Doing pretty well so far. This is all going as planned. Yeah, this is all looking good. I really did see the future, huh? Really was cooking. It's just too easy for me, I think, you know? Just too easy. Super impressed by genetics. Yeah, I agree, Pillars. Kings did look a bit kind of bang average, didn't they? Predictions for semis? I think. So I think Jade. I still think Kings. I said from the beginning the Kings just clear this side of the bracket. But I mean, when Sino, when you got World Sino on the, you got World Sino on appearance. So let me just quickly make an important change here. Perfect. There we go. I mean, you can smell it, can't you? Can't you just smell it? World Sino is back. World Sino is back. World Sino and World's Pool are just different gravy. Kings or Bolts? Kings. Jades or Titans? Jade. But I mean, it would not surprise me if I... Well, I mean, I've not been looking so hot in the predictions so far, so... Yes, I know a world, man. You just can't be sleeping on it. Yeah, it's actually a war crime. I don't think we're going to see any Maui for like the rest of the weekend. It's sick of seeing Ishtar as well, man. Can everyone just ban them? Or just like make a gentleman's agreement to stop playing them. Right, before I go, because I do actually need to go. Let me quickly do something. Hold up. The screen may go black briefly, but you may get a code out of it at the end. So. Oh, no. But stay strong. Stay strong. Yeah, exactly, Velasco. They're not necessarily boring, but it's just every single game, man. I think Ishtar's been has Ishtar been in every single game? I think so. Right, bear with me. Oh my god, I've still got this. Sorry, I'm being quiet. Just had my flatmate come back with people. So I don't want to be like Smite chatting too loud, you know? But. SOT and Stuart beat them last year. True. Big if true. It's true. So it is big. Right. Hello? Why is this not working? Oh no. Don't do this to me. Yes. Yes, it's time. Don't know what that means. Yes, it's that time again. That time again. I want one with a slight chance of death. Average time 411 minutes. I might pass on that one. Here we go. Best power area. Right, I do need to go, but I'll leave you with this. It's one last send off. Exclamation mark play to join. And the winner gets... What skin do you get? I can't remember. It's either a Yorm or a Poseidon skin. I think I've given them all away for one of them. Oh, shit. The World Cup. The World Cup's back. Let's go. Can't believe the World Cup is back on. How long until...
Yeah, mate.
How long until we do this all again? Can't be long now, right? A couple of hours? So where have all these viewers come from? You guys lost? It's just that no one better is streaming at the moment. Probably the answer, isn't it? Still less viewers than someone called AFK drops 24/7. Love to see it. Smite build, exactly. Does stuff for 4 hours? Are you kidding me? Damn it. 4 hours? Oh, what am I supposed to do for 4 hours? DK, why do they always do this stuff, man? Just play the games. And then it goes on to like 8 in the morning, EU time. Right, okay. Everyone in? Ready? Oh, still people coming in. I'll give you 10 seconds. Let's go. Can't hear anything. Don't know if I'm supposed to. I also can't move. Sure, that's not a problem. Yay! Whee! What a time to be alive. Oh my god, that picture is haunting. What was that? There goes the JJ, the 69 master, Mr. Tiados. That's me! I think half the people in the chat have already won votes on the stream, so. All down the bum old destiny. Ooh, who's going to be the first one down? It's Nathan. He's flying. He's scooting. Mate, what's going on? It's Petters. Unbelievable scenes. Oh, and look at the technique. Flawless. Oh, Jesky January. Rest in peace. Moment of silence, please, everyone. This is an electric track. Really exciting stuff, guys. I like the way it goes in a straight line and nothing really happened. Did anyone else die? Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Yeah, and Solo just J chilling. No rush. Maui too? Wow. How exciting. Oh, I think, did Petter just fall off? I think Petter's might have just fallen off. Oh, no. No, he's zipping down. Where's everyone going? Oh, he won. Petter's won. Dan's rolled to the finish line. Let's go. What is this map? That was a fucking weird map. It teleported you to the end. Goal. It's a goal. Goal, goal, goal. You can't even watch people arrive to the finish line because they just appear here. Oh, there goes someone plunging to their death. What's that weird big bulging thing that's like... I don't like how it's coming at me. Header, you're cracked, mate. You are actually cracked. Not even close. Second on your first one? You're just a natural. Actual natural. Just too easy. You've had a code from this before, haven't you? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I gave you one already. I want to host someone or raid someone, but there's literally no one that I like know. There's literally no one that I know on the I think everyone's just, all the good people are at Worlds. I get to sneak in, take all of their viewers instead. Right, thank you very much for hanging out, everyone. It's been very exciting for this evening. Didn't realize it was gonna be 4 hours though. Fuck that all about. Sorry for the abrupt finish, but shit to do, unfortunately. Yeah, he's definitely doing something. Maybe Bill. I don't think so, but I'll try to if I can. We shall see. We shall see. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed you. That's for damn sure. Who are we hosting? Who we hosting? Smiskin's online. Let's send him to him. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you on the flip side. Big kisses. Thanks, guys.
Oh my